Hello and welcome to the Pyroelectric Spark Generator channel. I'm Vanessa, your Dungeon Master.
I'm Sava, I play Bonalium.
I'm Clarissa, I play Alistine.
I'm Lex, I play Jueyu.
I'm Joel, I play Kenai.
We are headed back into Talona's temple tonight. Let's get started. Alright, this week it is Joel as Kanai giving our recap, so...
Yeah. So, this last adventure, it was Kanai's first sunrise underground. And nature has taught Kanai only dead things belong with the earth, ready, to create life anew, but Kanai did not feel dead. At least Kanai doesn't think so. Rather, Kanai felt like new life was breathed into Kanai with Harold's talks. And as Kanai talked with Harold, Kanai gained hope that maybe Kanai's fire is still the source of life that Kanai had known. So Kanai enjoyed that, and then that following morning, Kanai and friends went out to explore more of the temple to this poisonous deity, Talona. And even Harold came to help. And Harold was very good with opening doors that were not meant to open for whatever reason. And this temple, it's like a thick forest of walls and rooms and halls and doom with holes and death, and it's terrible. And really all this has done is convince Kanai that Kanai's house will be simple. One room, one hallway. Very big, but only one. And but this temple, when Kanai and friends explored it, the temple had many things, including these creepy, dark, bug-like monsters.
Somewhat. Quasit.
Somewhat. So they were quasit bug-like.
Yes, thank you, Quasit. They are available to Google.
Gremlins.
Okay. They're quasi bug-like. And poisoner's tools and strange potions that were meant for healing but actually were poison. And Shueyu's favorite room, a library. And in one of the rooms, Kanai and friends also found dragon childs trapped, like a forest folk in a hunter's net. And in another room were more dragons, or the skulls of dragons, and this big bowl of liquid, weird liquid. And Bonaliam and Shueyu went to look at it because they like looking at weird things, apparently. And then Alistine went over to the corner of this room, and she fell into like a strange underground well. And Kanai doesn't understand why there was a well inside, and why the builders of the temple put a lid of stone on the well. And Kanai doesn't really understand this because it would not be easy to access the water, especially since the water doesn't start in the well. It comes in from some other place. Why would builders build it like this? But eventually, Kanai and friends help Alistine and Kanai get out of the well. And after all this adventure and exploring, we made our way back to the room with the others, and with Mixa and the others. Nice and safe.
For now.
I think that's my job to add the like dark undertones at the
Or
end.
are they?
No, Alistine's gonna
Dun, dun,
murder all
dun.
of them, that's why I said that.
Oh yeah. Clarissa, that was supposed to be secret until it happens.
Ruined.
I turn on her.
Oh, we're
I
starting
knew
right
it.
now?
I knew
Hello,
Zaya was
you.
evil.
Yep, that seems the most plausible answer right now. All right, so thank you, Kanai. You get inspiration for that lovely description if you ever used your last one.
I did,
You
as
did.
a matter of
That's
fact.
good.
So I get a new one.
Yes. All right. So, as was touched on during the recap, you guys feel that you have thoroughly explored sort of the left half of the map, speaking esoterically, with the intention to potentially return to a few of the rooms later. You gathered some food from the kitchens. You made your way back to the room where the prisoners and Mixa were waiting. You had a nice little brunch and a short rest.
Ah, what a good rest. Let's
That-
go investigate the rest of the place.
That hit the spot.
Why is the word for rest the same for sleeping and for what is left?
Whoa.
Also,
And I
why
actually have
is
some good-
left what is rest, but also the opposite of right? Also, why is right the opposite of wrong, but also
Okay, we
this
should
hand?
probably get out of here, guys. I don't think this is
It's a poorly designed language, Ken. I agree.
Common is stupid.
I think
Shall we
Kanai has
head
it
on?
right here. Kanai is probably the smartest out of all of us.
probably.
Does he have it right or does he have it correct?
Shut up,
Doesn't
Dwyer.
have it left. The voice from the heavens says.
Alright, time to go explore the rest of this dungeon.
It's Dungeon.
I agree, it is a dungeon.
All right.
Actually, I should double check. Mixa, is everything okay? Is everyone being tended to? No, nothing went wrong while we were away.
It's mostly all right. Those mercenaries in the cells are kind of, jerks. I don't know. They're whatever.
They're being-
But
Are they being rude to you? I grab the hilt of my sword.
it's all right. I can handle myself.
Wait, were one of these mercenaries Mixa's old companion that went missing a while ago?
We
Or
killed him.
They
No, we
had
killed
to
him.
kill him, yeah. Or rather,
cool.
they did kill him. They felt they had no choice. All right, happy note.
Anyways.
Oh.
Bottlehead starts like slowly stepping back away from the conversation. On that note, we'll go clear out the rest of the area.
All right.
Ready, guys?
Let's go.
So you guys head down the hallway. Take a turn, walk down a ways. What is your marching order?
I think like
I'm in the
after...
back.
Like the same as last time, or
Yeah.
unless Bonalium was going somewhere else.
I mean,
No,
can I
same as
would.
last time.
Okay. That's fine.
Yeah. Are you bringing Harold along?
Does Harold want to come along?
Just we'll do a little better than we did before. About I unlock the door and then I back up. I do have this rapier. I'm just not, able to withstand a ton of damage.
I mean, it's not
You
like
should
you have to
stay
open
in
the
the
door right
back with
after
me, then.
unlocking it.
It is okay.
Just unlock the door and step back, and then we'll open the door.
That's fair.
I mean, we
Would
just
it
kind of put
work
him.
if I hold my shield in front of you
It
while
makes
you...
it a little bit difficult to pick the lock if I can't see it.
But not impossible, right?
Are you telling me there's
Yes.
a chance?
You're saying there's
I
a
start
chance.
walking down the hallway.
All right. Well, so Jueyu is now in front.
I get huffy when she takes the lead. I'm like, no, me first. And I like
All right.
eagerly push myself in front of.
Assume your normal marching order.
I suppose.
And there's no. So yeah, so you walk down. The hallway is the same, like 10-foot width. Down here, you get to the T intersection where you came past the entrance, and you start going past it, and about 30 feet or so down, the hallway branches to the right, or continues on in front of you, but narrows to 5 feet wide.
I take the lead.
Where?
Okay, you're already in the lead. Which
I
way
know,
are you
but I
going?
just assume. Oh wait, sorry, towards the one that narrows to the 5 foot.
Okay. So that's your marching order to head down the more narrow hallway?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So you do that. To your left, once you get up there, towards the top of the screen, once you get down there, there is an open room. You can see it's more well lit. You see some things thrown on the floor here, or to the right, there is the hallway just continues.
I point left. Room.
All right.
Move towards
Before
there.
you move over there. Okay. So looking in this room, as you enter the room, you see a few scattered arrows on the floor. Looking around, you see mostly empty weapon racks with a few simple swords and crossbows left over. Across from the entryway stands a target with several arrows still stuck in it, and you surmise that at least a few of the mercenaries you fought were likely taking part in some target practice before you so rudely interrupted them.
How
Or
accurate
likely-
were they?
Mediocre. Better than a stormtrooper, but
Worse than Alistine?
Alistine.
Okay.
That's what?
I look over at Alistine and then I point to the target and just do a little cocked eyebrow raise, like, yeah, it's nice. You want?
Need a target, Bonalium. That seems a little big to carry around.
I walk over to it and I just heft it to see how much it weighs.
bump yourself in front of. Not that it really matters, but so the one right there that they were shooting at is like a bullseye sort of thing. It's hung on the wall. It's not terribly heavy, but it is sort of unwieldy to just like hold.
Strap it onto your back.
You want to put a target on your back?
It's
Is-
almost
is
like
that
Joel knew what he was
ill-advised?
saying.
I mean, I feel like I do already. With how often my party hits me.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Sounds like a personal problem to me. There's also a large set of stone doors to the right of the hallway that you came in. Here.
before we do anything else, I'm gonna cast mage armor on myself. And
Have you
then
not done that before?
I keep forgetting. I'm gonna cast mage armor, and then I will also I'll cast detect magic.
All right.
Ritual or cast?
Yeah, are you casting?
No, I'm just gonna cast it this time.
All right. So you detect. One second. So you do detect. So among the weapons and things, there is a sort of chest that you detect some sort of magic coming from. And then I need to see.
How big is this chest?
Fairly large. It's the sort of thing you would store like clothes in, maybe. It doesn't have a lock on it or anything. It's just
And it's in one of the corners, or
yeah, it's next to one of the weapons racks.
okay. Back up, guys, just in case, and I'll use the mage hand to lift the lid on it.
All right, you lift the lid on the chest. And you detect, I should tell you, the school of magic would be abjuration.
Abjuration. Okay.
But yeah, you lift open the top of the chest and you see this appears to be where they have a few sets of leather armor stored. And one of them seems to stick out to you in particular.
Oh. I will. Guys, this armor appears to be magical. I know your guys' armor got damaged earlier. I don't know which one of you could
like,
use
what
this.
kind of magic? Like
Like
magic?
It's like a like it'll probably be even better at protecting you than a normal pair of armor would.
You're sure about that? Emily, why don't you put it on? Your armor got messed up, right?
Yeah, but I have
It's
a lot
just-
of attachment to this armor. Like we've been.
It's just
through-
leather.
It's not just leather. It has history.
No,
Shwayu.
I'm saying the armor that we found is just leather. I don't think it's that much better. I think it's still
That's what I'm
Wait,
saying. It
a
has
downgrade
a purpose,
for-
okay?
It's
Can I
not just
investigate
leather.
armor?
It has magic
I
on
also
it.
appreciate that Fodelium's armor that he's wearing is definitely not leather.
No, I'm being really defensive over the armor that he
Sorry,
uses.
I just had to point that out.
we can hold on to it if you're not comfortable using it yet. We could have a
I mean, we literally found like poison potions that are made to look like regular potions, so I'm not just gonna stick some random armor on my body.
I'm not saying you should, but it could be of use to us. We should take it with us, I think.
Think it's
Why don't
an
we stick it in the bag?
evil-aligned armor?
Okay. What?
And I
What?
opens the bag.
Did you
Just
say
shakes
it's an
it.
evil-aligned armor? Is that what we're worried about?
I
What are you
mean,
talking about?
Does the armor
don't
need to
think
be
that-
justiced?
I don't think it's that powerful of magic. I don't think it's sentient.
I walk over to the armor, I pick it up, and I'm like, I believe in you. I hand it
Roll
over
a
to...
wisdom save.
Oh no. Nat 20.
You get a feeling that I'm screwing with you.
The heavens tell me.
Major look! The heavens scream down.
Vanessa.
The fourth wall just breaks and shatters. It
Yep.
says, gotcha.
Um,
I'm in a game.
I
really
would have,
hope that
like,
that's not my one nat 20
done-
of the night.
you know, yeah. Well, that's not how any of this works.
That's exactly how this works.
It's not how statistics work.
Statistically speaking, he's less likely now.
No, that's not how
Anyways.
it works.
Is there anything else magical in this room? Anything else that looks like it's of any use or value to us?
Roll an investigation check.
Okay.
While she's doing that, I turn to Alstein. Hey, Alstein, how many arrows do you carry out with you?
Million.
How strong are you? Where does she
I don't know how heavy are a million arrows. I'm pretty strong.
I don't know.
What are you saying? She couldn't do it, Bonaliam?
I'm just surprised at how she does it.
Why? Is it because she's a woman?
What is happening here?
Squint edged by you.
I rolled a 17.
I mean, yeah, you don't. You look through, you see some, like, there's other armor that's in probably better shape than, you know, Alistein's and Bonaliam's. Bonaliam, what armor do you have on?
Chainmail? Chainmail.
Yeah, so
Damaged
I mean, there's
chainmail.
probably a good set of undamaged chainmail here. And some other, yeah, like another set of just regular leather armor that does not have magic on it. You don't sense anything else magical here. There's also some ammunition, not magical, and just, yeah, some you know, decent quality weapons.
I'll point out the armors to them. These aren't magical, but they're probably doing better than what you've got currently.
I'm wearing my undamaged armor.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Bonaliam,
it's the
you
same.
need this chainmail? I know you're really attached to yours.
Are you suggesting that I ditch Chester just because he got a little scrapped?
Whatever you're feeling.
You don't have to ditch it. You can just stick it in the bag.
You can still, exactly,
Fix it
you
up
can
later.
keep the armor, but this will protect you more. We're still looking out for you.
And I pulls at the thick strips of leather straps that he made himself.
And I doesn't need any armor.
If Kenai wanted some proper
Kenai's looking
leather
pretty
armor, he
good.
could take this, but he's equally protected with his ingenuity.
I like cross my arms. Well, Chester, buddy, looks like you're getting a friend.
Oh, just wear both.
Yeah. I'm going to see if I can, like... Is it possible to just take the piece that got damaged and swap that out?
You got coated in acid. Everything is damaged.
So what you're saying is...
It's no. What I'm saying is no.
Take off all of the armor and put the new armor on, and it's Chester again.
Chester the second.
You can keep the layer of quilted fabric underneath still seems to be in good shape somehow.
Oh, Bonaliam, has Bonaliam heard of the ship of Theseus?
Oh god.
I was just thinking of that.
No, I haven't.
As can
Please
I?
tell me more.
Told Kenai of this wisdom. If Bonaliam removes one piece of Chester and replaces with magic leather, it is still Chester. And then remove another, and it is still Chester. And keep going until it is still Chester.
And you
but
will be
no longer
here
Chester.
for the next month.
I have to break down each of the individual chains. Alright.
Investigate these doors.
Alright, I am going to switch
Yeah,
out
do
my
that.
armor. Wait, hold on. If I do that right now, it takes... How long does... I think it takes like 10
It takes
minutes.
a while. I was actually just checking that, but I believe it's 10 minutes.
For leather, yeah. That
Not
sounds
for
about right.
for chainmail. That's the thing. Is
Oh,
that
to
it
take
takes
off.
longer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it takes a while to dawn and doff.
Okay.
Yes. So if you do that, Jueyu's spell
Well,
will fade.
I'll just sit
We can help him for half the time, right?
Yeah, probably. That's.
I can also just sit and recast this, and
It will take 15 minutes to go through this. So I am just going to take Chester the second, and we're going to pack him up, and then we're going to...
we have plenty of time. I'll just recast the spell.
That's so wasteful!
It doesn't. I just have to read my book.
Maybe
You
magic
are-
grows on trees where you come from, but that's not how I was taught that magic is taught.
Wait, magic does grow on trees. What? That's where
You
Kenna
are
gets his
currently
magic.
5 minutes into your 10 minutes, by the way.
I'm gonna need to recast this either way. You might as well put your armor on. I'm gonna sit down and start casting detect
Okay.
magic. Or actually, I will wait until I feel like it will take him about another 10 minutes, and then I will start casting.
Okay.
Alright. I'm gonna
Yeah,
start.
because it is heavy armor, so it's going to take 15 minutes. You can have help, so it'll take less time.
I don't have to, like, actually, like, you said I still have, like, the fabric shirt underneath that I don't have to take off, right?
Yeah, so you don't have to get naked, but it still takes the full amount of time.
I'm body sensitive.
Like some
I mean,
pasties.
you could wait.
Okay, I switch it.
It's only a difference of 1 AC. That's like nothing.
Good point. Okay. No. No, I'm going to switch.
I rolled an 18 on the investigation on the door, Vanessa.
Okay, thank you. I forgot to ask you to do that, but good job. You can tell that the doors are locked. They are very, very thick stone doors that seem to... There's some sort of catch on the other side other than the lock. So they are trapped in some way that once they are opened, if the trap is not disarmed, you do not know what will happen.
Mm-hmm.
Harold.
Yeah, am I useful again? Harold's like looking through the stuff, trying to see if there's anything good, you know. But, oh, you know what, actually. Yeah, Harold finds a nice hand crossbow in there and goes, oh, maybe I can be useful from a distance now.
I like it.
Everyone
Harold, this
unanimously
door
approves.
seems...
Yeah. All right, Harold will attempt to to unlock the doors first because he cannot disarm it without unlocking it. So we'll see how that goes. And he's doing this while Jueyu is casting and while Bonalium is in the middle of changing his armor.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, so he, no problem, unlocks the door, takes a look, and starts working on the trap. And he disarms the trap with no problems. I was really hoping to get that trap off on you guys while you were in the middle of no armor and casting a spell. But I did give you a lockpicker to carry along with you, so...
What was the trap?
Can we take him with us? From now on?
You can make some sort of investigation
No.
check once you're inside to
Make-
try and figure out what the trap was.
We should not take him with us.
He backs up and goes, yeah, just give me a holler if, you find any more locked doors. I'm gonna practice with my new crossbow.
Probably a good idea.
There's a target right there.
Yeah, that's what he was looking at.
I'm being very helpful.
You're so helpful.
I'm mansplaining.
Always just so helpful.
To another man.
Mansplaining to another
Yep.
man, right?
I can do it.
Hey, you
that
still
happens
can.
very frequently,
That
I
does.
promise.
If I only am done getting dressed yet.
So the best way of shooting this
Takes a
arrow.
while, right.
Have you ever handled, some
No.
important weaponry like this before? Don't worry. Let me give you a few pointers. See, this here is called the trigger.
Harold, being the ever patient and kind man that he is, just sort of nods
William
along
just, like-
and lets you explain.
He's like half dressed.
and
Give us like the romantic way, where you wrap around and grab Harold's hands and guide him.
Mhm.
Well, I'm still half naked.
He's gonna ghost him.
He lets he patiently lets you explain. He kind of follows and he goes like this, and he shoots a bullseye into the target first try.
You're such a natural. Well done. I'm glad that my pointers have
Yeah,
helped.
I've used it once or twice before, but I appreciate the pointers. Are you proficient in hand crossbows? Probably. I assume.
Yeah, as a paladin, yeah.
Yeah. So your advice isn't wrong. It's just not needed. All right. You finish with your armor. You finished with your detect magic. You do. Are you guys opening the doors?
I will stand back and
The trap is gone,
Be
so
prepared.
yes.
Okay. So you open the doors. Once the doors are opened by you, you do now detect that there is some sort of magic through. There are several holes in the walls
holes in the walls.
that you detect. What would that be? Some sort of evocation magic from, but it seems to be centered on the trap that Harold disarmed.
Okay. That was a good catch. That could have really hurt us.
And beyond, that's what I'm here for. Beyond about there, well, those of you with dark vision see a little bit further, but this hallway is dark, so.
I'll push my torch out into it.
All right, you carry your torch into the hallway. Yeah, so you see down the hallway a few chests at the end of the hallway. And it seems to open up into a room.
I wait for them.
I'll follow Bonalium.
I put up my shield and I head down just suspiciously.
Put my echo.
I kind of stop and glance at the magic on the walls and
Yeah.
keep going.
Add that in.
Echo, echo.
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 Have control of your echo now.
Echo, thank you.
Alright.
Echo.
You can't see through your echo, so there's not really a lot of purpose in having it peek around the corner for you. But yeah, so you guys come to the end of the hallway and
Oh, I didn't realize that was where the room
That's
was.
fair. I thought that's what you were doing that strategically. See, imagine how much more tense this would have been if you guys saw all these chests in front of you as the room was filling with poisonous gas. Just saying. Would have been so much more interesting. So at the end of the hallway you see several large chests, which you have to inspect them to find out.
Investigate.
I
Okay.
give guidance to Alstein.
All right, what are you doing?
As I mansplain to her
investigate?
how
Yes.
to investigate.
Is that what
There
guidance is now? It's just Bonelli mansplaining.
That's what guidance is. It's just me mansplaining
Yeah.
everything.
Look at that thing. Look at it. Look at really
Yeah,
good though.
You have to look with your eyes. Look with your eyes.
Oh, okay. Great.
See, what I like to do is I like to open my eyeballs and look at
oh
it.
gosh.
You have these eyelids that usually
It's
get in the way.
Keep him off.
The way that I could tell the difference is like Sava's like, oh, I'm gonna make dumb jokes about things people wouldn't say, and Clarice's like, no, I'm going to say the exact things people have mansplained to me.
Oh no.
And I'm like, yes, I feel it. Alright, so you opening chests, you looking around, investigating?
I'd probably like look around the chest before touching anything to make sure it's not like trapped.
Alright, roll an investigation check for your. Is anyone else looking through chests and stuff? Or are you all just standing watching her?
Do I see any magic before
Right,
anybody
yes,
touches anything? Sorry,
Uh,
did not realize I was not. You guys weren't hearing me.
Oh, sorry. You do not sense any magic other than that from the pores in the walls.
Okay.
Nat one?
Yeah.
Just to be
My
safe,
mansplaining.
I can open these from a
Effective.
distance in case there's a trap or something on them.
It's a little late for that, isn't it?
Well, yeah, I would have communicated that sooner
The
had you guys
first
heard
death-
me.
Fair.
Sorry.
You go to a nat one's a nat one though. So you go to carefully open a chest, and Alistine walks up to the first one and goes, doesn't look trapped to me. Make a dex save, Alistine.
Cool. That is a 22.
You nimbly dodge out of the way of 3 darts that fly out of the lid of one of the chests.
Matrix.
Cool.
Do you maybe want to?
Watch out, guys. These are trapped.
I can open them from way back here if you guys want to try that.
If you want. It's less exciting.
I don't know. I was pretty impressed by those sick moves.
It was very impressive. I know I couldn't do that, so
You want
I'm
to
gonna
see
stay
that?
back when I open them.
Okay, use your magic hand to open the chest.
Or Harold, do you want to also check out these, or
I mean, do we need to if we can open them from a distance?
I can
Well, what
take
if
a
one of
look
them-
if you want.
There's
Either
nothing
way.
magical in them. At least I don't see anything magical in them currently.
You know, this is a good point. Actually, you do sense something magical within. Oh gosh. You sense several magical things in one of the chests, but it's not on like the latch of the chest. So you're not sure.
Okay. Do you want to? I suppose if we want to have Harold check it, that might not be a bad idea. I will point to the one that
All right,
I
you
see
go
magic
down.
coming from. Be careful with that. It could be
It's
really
not
bad.
trapped.
Okay. Open it with the mage hand.
You're lucky that it wasn't trapped because he did roll a nat one. But
So I was like, it's either a nat 20 or a nat 1.
that is what that means.
Yo.
Let's see.
I giggled to myself.
Yeah, so essentially, like, you have plenty of time in this room, because you don't have the poison gas filling it, so, if you take your time and look through these chests carefully, you find someone get ready to write down this loot.
Okay.
You are in the treasury of this dungeon.
Cool.
Would have
Is
been so
there
much cooler if
experience
you guys
points
had
in
to
here?
run it, had to decide you're not leveling
Well,
up
I'm
yet, calm
sorry,
down.
we're good.
I know, I'm sorry that I gave you Herald. It ruined everything. You
How dare
find
you?
1,500 copper pieces, 3,300 silver pieces, calm down, 1,800 gold pieces, plus 10 translucent green gems, 1 potion of acid resistance, 2 potions of growth, and some... I guess I should not be telling you what these potions are.
Yeah.
Well, no, so... the
Potion
way
of
that-
what?
It's labeled.
Gross.
Potion
no,
of
the way
growth?
that potions
Viagra?
work is
Old blue
that...
potion.
I mean, the only reason I would say is for flavor, but the way the potions work is that you are able to, like, essentially take a quick taste, and you can tell what the effect of this potion appears to be. For
Okay.
example, with those potions that you found in the other room, if you took a quick taste of the potion, you would be able to tell that it was definitely a healing potion. So,
Mm-hmm.
as far as you can tell, this is a potion of acid resistance and 2 potions of growth. And you find a leather, long cylindrical leather container.
Can I open the leather container?
There is some sort of scroll within the leather container.
Can I read it?
The scroll is covered in runes of some sort, which Jue Yu, as you quickly read over it, you recognize this as a scroll of old person.
That
Old
could.
person?
This is a cold person.
Scroll of old
Scroll
person.
of old person.
Sorry, scroll old.
I thought it was cold.
Yeah, no.
It just
a
makes you
scroll
chilly.
of Cold person.
Oh.
Oh, scroll of cuddles.
Just an old guy's ramblings, like, you know.
This
It's just a picture of an old person.
this one could really help us out, guys.
I did get a nat 1, Vanessa, so maybe I thought it was old
So
person.
You know,
I will put the
Knowing-
scroll very carefully away.
knowing this place, that potion of acid resistance is probably just a potion of acid.
Right.
And a potion of growth, it's probably a potion of...
Shrinking. Shrunk.
Death.
Potion of shrunk.
It's all bad. Mhm.
Shrek.
Potion of Shrek?
You get shreked if you
Okay,
drink
that'd be a
it.
little bit.
This scroll is this
It'll
is a
all be over
nasty
now.
one. This could really hurt people.
All right.
I just like she looks a little unsettled.
I think the problem was that the way you said it came off a little more like she looks a little too excited to hurt people.
That is not at all what I meant.
That's why I clarified, because I
Yeah.
had a feeling. All right. If you want to take the time to scoop all of this wealth into your bag of holding, it's going to take probably a good 20 minutes or so to go through everything.
We're in a rush.
Yeah, no, but the tech magic fades again. is all.
I will let them scoop the gold then, and I will sit and cast Detect Magic again while they do that.
Alright.
How much time would it take to scoop all the gold into the bag of holding?
20 minutes.
It's about 20 minutes to do. I mean, I'm counting, like, it's... Unless you had some reason that you were in a hurry, like, that was investigating, looking through all the chests, figuring out what all this stuff is, and scooping it into the bag of holding.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Probably a good 10 of that is just scooping.
Yeah.
And sort
Got
of
some
counting
shovels?
as you're going.
Will this buy a big house?
Maybe? I'm not sure.
You can roll
least-
a...
I don't think I would know what houses cost.
Actually, you wouldn't know at all. You would
I
have
wouldn't.
No idea. The
I know.
only one who might know would be Alistine.
They don't teach this in the.
Do I roll a thing?
You mean you
To
didn't
know?
do a book report on the?
Roll a... I guess, history... Like, intelligence, but you can... If you have... History is the closest thing to it.
I think so.
Historically.
Yeah, I mean, that's the closest thing. I try to give
That's a
you
6.
guys at least one option that you could have proficiency in, if something could be applicable. Yeah, you have no idea.
Probably could buy something. I don't know.
It's a lot of money.
This
It's
is
a lot
yeah.
of
Really
money.
big tent.
But a house is a lot of money also. So it is magnitudes that none of you have really dealt in before.
Or poor.
I've seen maybe
you
100,
have money,
maybe 2,
Eli.
but not
That's what
this.
Poor means, Vanessa.
Not this.
But you didn't deal in money.
What if you bought fancy looking clothes that made you look noble, and then you buy a house based off of your word saying, like, obviously I am a man of wealth and I will eventually pay you the full amount. Like,
Take a mortgage.
take me on my word, take me, like, you know, as a credit of my name. Maybe that will work.
Tend to be like the king.
Seems like a bad idea to purchase something you can't afford yet. What happens if you can't make that money up?
Then you just hide the house. Like, you just, like, every time they come to collect on the debt, you just
What
go
if-
out coincidentally for dinner.
How about this? How about you spend my money and then you'll pay me back, but you'll pay me back a little bit more. And then if you don't pay me back, I get some of your stuff.
That sounds like you're just robbing me. With extra
No,
stuff.
because you get money right now. I mean, that's what you're saying, right?
But why would I pay you more money for the
Because
privilege
of the
borrowing
amount of
money?
time that I have to
Like,
wait.
if I didn't have money, why would you give me money to and then ask more back? Like,
Wait, what
that
if
seems
the
like a flawed
blacksmith?
system.
You
What if for
literally just
smithy, we just buy parts of it?
that's exactly my
Hypothetically.
point, Bonalium. Why would
Makes no sense.
why would they give you the money without why would they give you something without you having the money? That's
All of
what
a
you
sudden, the
Nice.
trap is undisarmed and poison comes streaming out of the walls, and we all die.
we all die.
We get
Are we ready to
extra-
move on?
Yeah. Do we get extra experience for delving into the problems of society?
You actually, weirdly, because you're just sitting around doing nothing for so long, just feel some of your experience wither away. You think you might have gotten more experience if you hadn't disarmed the trap and it had been harder, you know?
I think I just lost a few brain cells.
Everyone
what?
is dumber in this room for having listened to us
No,
quibble.
you...
It's the effect of the dungeon. Makes you dumber.
The dumb and dungeon.
Alright, so what now?
we-
Bodily
We are off the
teleports out of
rails
the room.
tonight. We go to the
I am
next
getting
room.
Too hard on this energy juice.
Alright, so you guys leave the room and go around the other end of the hallway. Are you going down this way or are you going back the way you came?
I think we're gonna start like far and moving forward. So with that plan, going this direction.
All right. You peer down here. You see the end of the hallway. It seems to curve around, possibly. You all get around to the end of the hallway, and it's fairly dark here. There's no lighting down this side of the hallway, by the way.
Not even dark vision can pierce this darkness.
You can see. It's just I'm just noting that it is dark, so you're
Okay.
aware. It doesn't matter a lot between Shueyu's floating torch and your guys' dark vision, but we get to the end of the hallway, and there is a dead end.
Investigate. I use investigation on the
I
dead
will
end.
assist.
Okay.
I investigation of the dead end.
I
The
mind
two of
smite the
you-
wall.
I scorching ray the
Do
darkness.
you actually?
Not if they're going to be investigating it, but like
All right.
I accidentally killed Alstine, sorry.
I cast fireball into the darkness.
Alistine and Shueyu, either you can each roll investigation.
I will
or one of you can roll
assist.
advantage.
So you can roll with advantage.
I'm gonna give you guidance. Again, telling you to look with your eyes.
Okay, let's see if this goes better.
The only
Nothing
problem
that
with the
shows
whole
up.
guidance just subtly mansplaining thing is that it implies that mansplaining is ever helpful.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
This is Fantasyland, Vanessa.
Ah, you're right.
This is his special guidance that actually reduces it by 1d4.
That's a 10.
Including with the D4? Oh.
With
Yep.
advantage?
Yep.
Okay.
So maybe you're right.
Mansplain?
Maybe I shouldn't be calling it mansplaining. It literally is
Yeah.
hurting her.
Alstine just doesn't listen. She doesn't give a shit.
You feel around the walls, you look, it appears to just be a dead end. There have been a few alcoves with statues and things. Maybe it was intended to go somewhere. Appears to be a dead end.
Back up, I'm gonna blast it.
Okay.
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 I blast it.
Roll
And I
attack.
started blasting.
Where's my D20? Okay.
What happened?
That one.
Uh-oh. Oh no!
That one? Let's see.
Oh God, don't hit Harold.
I can't hit a wall.
I don't think Harold came with us yet.
Harold's not down this hallway. Let's see. Oop. Okay. You blast it. You wait until Alistine is out of the way, done with her investigation. Nice blast at the wall, and you don't realize that Shueyu was still there, kind of patting at the door. Roll damage.
He's really gonna like bottle him now.
Right. I did a D2 for whether it was Alistine or Shueyu.
I have no issues with Bonalium. I just concerned for him.
I
I'm
don't
really
believe
concerned
you.
now.
What's your what was the damage, Bonalium?
Fortunately, only a 4.
Okay, so Shueyu, you take
Doesn't he have to
two
roll to
damage.
hit me?
No,
No,
the nat
that's
one.
what
Okay.
the nat 1 is for. You only take half
What's
the
my
damage.
mage armor even do?
This is what I say with like AC of 19, and I keep on getting hit by all of your guys' nat 1s.
It's a
Yeah.
nat 1! Bad things happen to enemies when they happen to.
Could I use a reaction to shield it?
No.
Okay.
You are oblivious. Well, that's the other part of it, right? Is a big part of your AC is your dexterity, and you are not expecting your like ally to be a threat, so you're not ready to dodge it.
Okay.
Wouldn't she though? It's
It's
Bonalina.
it's 2 damage.
No.
It is 2 damage. Get over it. It's funny.
I panic. I like. Oh.
I have a weird feeling about this hallway still, guys.
After
Cats
seeing
causing us to
that,
shoot each other.
after I see that I hurt Zhuayu, I actually like immediately go into a panic. Like, I am so sorry, Zhuayu. I run to her. I'm like, I swear I'm not that guy. I'm not the one that like accidentally hurts people. That was absolutely. I really do. Here, let me patch that up. I do give you 2 HP back from my
You're
healing
totally
hand.
fine. I know it was an accident.
Stupid. You see, like, I am actually going, like, having a panic attack after hurting.
It's okay, Bonalium.
Look, I think maybe, after our discussion last night, I got pretty upset with the way that you were talking, and I didn't feel like you actually listened to me. I felt like, you just were talking over me and telling me how I should think, which is, something that, I try to appreciate when people are, giving advice, but it made me really angry, and I didn't mean for that to lash out at you. I really am sorry. Like, you have to believe me, I'm not a bad person. I really do try to do good all the time.
I know that, Bonalium. I'm just concerned for you. For your sake.
Yeah, well... Sorry.
You're fine.
I step back and...
Do you want to help me? I want to try something here. Will you help me cast this?
Mm-hmm.
I will sit down and I will pull out my cylinder of sticks. And I'm going to spend 10 minutes to cast Augury. And right when it gets to the end of the spell, I will shake, the cup shakes in the air. Pick a stick out of there, Bonalium. My question is, let me read the spell again, 1 second.
Alright.
That prop work, though.
Mm-hmm.
You're spending 10 minutes to do this, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Can I, while she's casting it, I want to go around to the other side of the hall where the other dead end is. That's a dead end, right?
You have not been down that hallway yet. You don't know. You can go back around there. You just saw that it branches off.
My question is,
Quartet.
Well, it's gonna take 10 minutes, so Alishine, are you going back around there?
Yes.
oh, okay.
Alright, so you go around there.
And I will go with Alistine so that she's
That's a
not
good
alone.
idea.
That's okay.
You see...
We have all the time in the world, guys.
No.
Yeah, but also, like, it's been a good hour since you guys set off. Already.
Yeah, I sit down and cast a lot of spells.
Yeah, you sit down and ritual cast a lot of things, and you get antsy. There is a locked door here.
Hey, Harold.
Oh, sorry. It is not locked.
Never mind.
Go away, Harold.
Go away.
I want to investigate the door because I'm really good at investigating things.
All right, investigate the door.
I doesn't want to investigate the door, right? I feel like I'm taking up all of them. Can I want to investigate the door?
What? Why would
You
I
wanna-
investigate doors?
Okay.
They are doors.
That was an 18.
So much better than when I give you guidance.
Yeah, so the door
An
is
advantage.
not locked, but it is trapped. Having fallen for this same trap only, well, now, probably 20, 30 minutes ago.
Fallen.
You recognize...
Literally.
No, not fallen. Not that one. The darts.
Oh. Ah.
You recognize that it seems to be a similar mechanism to the one that you so wisely avoided earlier, because you knew it was there, and that's how you dodged it for sure.
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah. Exactly. Nat 20 or nat 1, who knows? Nobody knows.
Yep.
It's fine. Hey, Harold, there's a trap on this door. You think you could help with getting it?
Sure. Nothing interesting's happening down here anyway. Harold.
Shake, shake, shake. Mm.
Shake, shake, shake.
Harold.
This one says
comes
quartet.
The
around.
agree.
This one says
Shake the
info.
agree.
It's just glyphs on them.
I have
There's
decided
numbers.
this one says-
There are numbers on them.
Okay,
Sorry.
so Harold works with his, thieves' tools, catches something, moves something out of the way. He goes there, and snap! Harold and Kenai both need to make a dexterity saving throw.
Alstein gets them both killed.
Harold, you had one job.
I paused my spell for a second.
You don't know anything's happening yet.
I don't hear it?
You hear a
Not
light
yet.
snap.
Okay.
That's actually, no, you don't even hear that. You're way down a different hallway in the middle of casting a spell.
Okay.
What did you roll,
Got
Kenai?
goosebumps.
I rolled a 16.
Alright. You dodge out of the way. Harold gets struck with 2 darts and takes 8 points of damage.
Oh gosh.
Poking damage?
poking
poison darts?
damage. Yes. They are poison. They do poison damage, but he does not appear to be afflicted by the poisoned condition. To be clear. So it's an instantaneous thing. It's not an ongoing effect. Oh, that's why you check and try to disarm. Sorry about that, but I didn't set off the gas in that other chamber, right? So, you can't win them all.
How hurt does he
I'm
look?
sorry, Harold. Are you okay?
He looks about... I mean, he's injured.
And I will
I'm
immediately
fine.
cure wounds on him.
Alright.
That will be 5.
Alright, he looks much better from that. Oh,
Okay,
thanks.
Harold.
You didn't really have to worry about me, but...
And I always
Wait,
worry.
way out here.
I'm not that like, I know that I don't have any spells anymore, but I can stab. Alright.
Yeah, but you're important to Kenai, and I don't want anything to happen to you.
I appreciate that. I am a little past my adventuring days, I suppose. And he backs up.
Peers back into obscurity until we
Yes.
need him again.
Hey guys, we opened a door.
Go back to your NPC roll.
About now, we'll say, is when the augury finishes. What is your question?
If I continue to investigate this hallway,
That's not a question. That's not even a sentence.
it's not actually a question. It's an omen about
Yeah.
a course of action.
Fair.
It's not supposed to be a question.
It can be okay. It's fine.
What will happen if we continue investigating this hallway?
Yeah, I mean it's yeah. So you pull out one of the sticks, which has
Bonalium picks one.
Yes, Bonalium. Is it symbols or numbers?
There's a number on the top of every one of them. There's 100 of them, and there's just different glyphs on each one.
You recognize the glyph on it to essentially mean nothing.
Okay. So he pulls out a stick and nothing happens.
Scratches his back with it.
Well, I guess we can move on here.
I'm imagining these are like popsicle sticks with like the fun facts on them.
Not quite.
The very bad, like, cheesy jokes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do I have to pick another stick? This one's blank. I did it wrong. I'm sorry, Swayu. I messed up.
No,
again.
that's... Sometimes you don't get an answer.
Just like life.
At the door. They opened the door over here. Did you find anything with your sticks?
No, there's There's no use in continuing to search this hallway.
Oh, did the door not open? Where did the darts come from?
I mean, he snapped so it's like open a little bit. He snapped the mechanism.
Oh.
But I was going to give you guys the opportunity to actually open the door.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
You open the door.
Yes.
You enter the room. It is dark, but again, that is you've effectively dealt with that. Oh, actually, no. No, it is dark. The contents of the room are thrown about as though someone left in a hurry. It appears to be a bedroom of some sort. There is a bed, there's a desk. The desk is scattered with letters. The bed is unkempt. It's the only room so far that you've seen that isn't predominantly green or black in color. The bed set is, a rich, like, purple hue, or sorry, orange with the, like, rich purple rug. Let's see. It's also by far the messiest room you've seen. Everything else you've seen in this dungeon is like fairly precise and well organized. This is not at all. You sense it was like sort of, dug through in a hurry, but also you get the feeling that it's just less well kept. It was less well kept to begin with. On the wall opposite you, there is a staircase that leads downward, then stops abruptly, as though whoever began carving it never finished their work. There is also a wooden door on the wall opposite you.
I would like to take some time to look through this desk and stuff very carefully.
That is the staircase.
It's nothing magical, right?
You detect... Let's see. Well, you don't have Detect Magic up anymore.
I'll cast it again.
You're just gonna cast it instantly?
Yeah.
Alright. You do not detect any magic on the desk or within this room. You get something very faint from inside from past the door on the wall. So, the closed door.
We should be careful of that door. But I think we should investigate this room and...
You guys think this was the mercenaries' room and they all just cuddled on the one bed? Pretty big bed.
You know there were, like, the right number of beds in that other room?
Yeah, but that's
For
like
all of them?
That's like the prisoner quarters, right?
I mean, the prisoners were in the
Behind
cages.
it?
They didn't sleep in the beds.
Well, that's just rude.
That's
Exactly, they were
kind of their
prisoners.
MO, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess you're right about that. I guess I didn't think about it. So who's left?
The main
The
two?
woman,
Wait,
Priscilla?
together?
Priscilla, that's right.
No, there was the other. Didn't we
Priscilla.
find another room? Yeah, we found.
Yeah,
No.
we found Tormoid's
Maybe-
room. It was like
We
the
found his
bedroom
clothes.
/
There was-
laboratory.
Was there a bed in
Oh,
there?
yeah.
There
Yeah,
was
it
a
was
bed.
a bed.
Okay.
But why would she have such a big bed? Who was she sleeping here with?
Sometimes people just like big beds.
Yeah, I don't see why that's so significant to you. I'm gonna start investigating this stuff. I want to look at the stuff in the desk and the
Assist you.
Alright.
if I roll with inspiration, can I do that on top of advantage?
No.
Okay, is it metagame to say that I wanted to roll with inspiration and have her investigate herself?
Nah, you're fine.
I would like to do
will
that.
Give guidance to Zhuayu this time.
I won't always allow stuff like that for the record.
Yeah,
So if I change my mind later,
that's fine.
don't call me out for being inconsistent, but I'm feeling
Got a
guilty
19.
now.
Okay.
Is my sound cutting out again?
A little bit.
Okay.
But that was when you like turned away from the mic, so maybe that's what.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was that. Okay.
Chocolate rain.
22. Oh no.
I can't wait to breathe in.
Didn't get the reference, Vanessa?
I didn't.
It's
Have you
you
never
have to
seen
watch the
Chocolate Rain?
video.
You need to watch it.
Chocolate rain.
There's a
but-
little thing that
This,
he
caption that pops up. I turn away from the mic to breathe in. That's what it
Yeah,
says.
so that the mic doesn't pick up my breathing. I rolled a 22 to
I
investigate.
rolled a 19.
So between the two of you, you find scattered across the desk. It's mostly letters referring to Priscilla Knight, lamenting her bad fortune for being sent to this desolate place, but encouraging her to make this temple a place where all can gather and grow her followers. Her, you presume, meaning Kelowna. You also find a map on this table to the side.
I think we should
You recognize Failton
take this.
towards the bottom.
At the
Is
south.
there anything referring to anyone with the initials KV?
You did get a 22. There is one letter signed by KV. It is actually the one that is, sort of lamenting her bad fortune, but it is not signed with a full name, but you do recognize the initials. KV.
Okay.
Are there any other letters that are signed by other people from?
There are. None of the names, like, you don't recognize any of the names on them at this point.
I think we should
You-
take all of this. It can't hurt, right? We don't find any secret compartments in the desk or...
I mean, no.
Okay.
I mean, if what you found would be including anything.
I figured.
Yeah.
I look under the rug again.
You know what? No. Okay, yeah. Okay, you look under the rug. There's nothing there.
There's nothing. There's not even a floor.
It's just the
Empty
abyss.
black void.
The worst.
No wonder she had the rug here.
Why nobody stepped on it?
That's been about 5 minutes worth of searching. So you sent something from that other doorway.
Do I know what kind of magic?
Ooh. It's
What, this door?
evocation magic.
Evocation? Okay. Yeah, we should definitely check this door first.
Everything is evocation magic.
Watch the floor too, guys. There's fake doors in this place.
I stare at the floor suspiciously.
It
Fake
disappears.
doors.
It doesn't disappear. All right. So someone investigating the door. You calling Harold in?
Calling Harold.
Look for traps would just be like an investigation check.
Yeah.
I'll check the door.
All right.
I'll give her guidance. So I saw Harold doing this, and what he had done was
Ooh, that's good.
All the worst.
25. Guidance makes a difference, guys.
For me.
Okay,
my God.
remember, actually, so I lied. The door is already ajar. You do still sense the evocation.
The door's
magic.
ajar?
Something within. The
jar?
door is ajar. Yes,
Polymorph.
thank you. You're
Is there
all
anything in the jar?
Conjuration magic? It's a jar? Is that the right magic? What school of magic would it be to change it into a...
That'd be conjuration.
Oh, to open the
Transmutation.
door, then you gotta find the
Transmutation.
lid, Patrick.
You're right, transmutation.
The lid.
When I said kills all of us. In real life, though.
I will still investigate.
No, don't get me wrong. You will also die slowly and painfully in the game first.
I will very carefully still look around this doorway before we go in with my investigation check.
Sorry, this slipped my mind, but I meant to ask if the map was altered in any way, if there were markings and stuff like that. The map to of the continent.
Yes, that's a good question.
No. No,
Can I take the map anyways?
We.
What
I
if
think
we
we're taking
rub it-
everything.
Yeah, I think we
You
took the
guys
map.
said you took the map. So.
Okay.
And
We-
Can I wants the map.
Can I?
I
has
mean,
the
it's
map
going in the
full,
bag
right?
probably, so
Okay, yeah.
you'll have access.
Everything will be canized in time.
All right, so yeah, you look around the door, and you, as you're, carefully inspecting it, you can tell that the magic that you're sensing comes from within the room, which
Oh.
is dark.
Okay, I will
It's in your heart.
let a torch
sure
go.
that-
I will
You
float a
don't
torch
see
in there.
that the door is trapped in any way.
Okay, I will float a torch in there and.
Yeah, so just looking around, you can tell this place has also been fairly well tossed. Honestly, it's been emptied out of nearly everything. There is a large armoire, which you imagine is where she kept her clothes and things. It's, doors open, everything gone. I will say, you probably don't remember this because it's been like a month, but in game it would have been yesterday. So you might remember that Alistine did hear noises down one of the hallways.
Oh yeah.
Immediately after everything went down.
She was.
Get the impression that possibly
She was afraid of us.
Here.
She was really
Made the
afraid of us,
door.
guys.
I'm afraid of
It must
us.
have doored somewhere.
That's a valid point, can I?
Someone that has, felt your guys' strength multiple times, I'm afraid of you. I take a pillow and I throw it in the room.
Oh. Can I knows
Everything
that trick.
blows up, you all die. No, nothing happens.
I will go in and try to figure out what's got the magical.
You sense in the very bottom corner of the chest, which is open, because your detect magic is up, you don't even need an investigation check. You see in the corner where it sort of would be shadowy if the normal torch was lit, you find an odd bracelet made up of black beads.
Black beads.
Yes. There are 3 black beads on this bracelet.
And it's evocation magic.
Yeah, something like that.
This is magical in some way. I think we should hold on to it as well. I'll stick that one in my pocket with the.
Sorry, 5
oh.
beads.
5 beads. Okay. I will put that in my pocket with the bell scroll, unless anybody stops me.
All right. And that.
Anything else in this room?
That's all you see.
This was the entire other branch that we didn't explore.
That's
right?
why I was like last time. It's much smaller.
Oh.
Hmm.
It is
There's
what it
nothing in
is.
those stairs.
Do you want to investigate them?
Yes.
I'll
Alright,
follow her
roll
down.
An investigation check. They go a few feet down and then end, and you can see sort of that it's been carved. And it looks like they just stopped being carved.
It was a 17.
Yeah, I mean, you feel around, you don't find anything interesting about them. They just appear to be wherever.
Stairs.
Once Alstein clears out of that little nook, I throw a pillow at it.
Taking Canai's approach, I see.
He's inspired me.
Safer than the
hits the wall.
exploding horn thing.
Exactly. I think it's wise. Maybe we should keep a pillow with us at all times. I take
I mean,
the pillow.
These ball bearings would do something similar, I think.
Oh no. Can I seem to be very confident with that pillow against the demon before?
And I sadly nods and opens
Whatever works.
the bag of holding and tries to stuff a pillow inside.
Yeah, you can get it in there, although we are at some point going to need to check out the weight of all of that loot, because that bag will fill at some point.
How heavy
I
is
don't
the
think you're
pillow?
in danger at this point, but I don't know.
If the pillow is the one that puts us over the...
I don't think that's... I'm not
The pillow
concerned
that broke the bag of holding.
It stuffs it in there and it all explodes out like it's vomiting.
And then we all die because there's like 20
everywhere.
sacks of dirt in there.
Is the dirt still in there?
It flings coins at us.
My coins
just
are
like
in the
taking
dirt.
a scoop.
Was that the last room?
Probably.
I believe so.
I don't know, maps.
Weren't you chalking the walls?
That's fair. She
Yes.
did not say that she was continuing to do that, but I just sort of assumed. Yeah.
Yeah, I
you
kind of assumed that that would
back
be.
around, not having been able to get through any of the dead ends that you found. It appears to be everything in this dungeon. But yeah, you guys return back. People are hungry once again, as it has been, you know, at this point, probably, maybe not. I don't know. It's probably been a couple hours.
I would like to go back and spend a few minutes looking through this library, see if there's anything of relevance to us here. Anybody want to help me with that?
I'll come with you.
Okay.
Actually, I'll spend time with the prisoners and the...
We also need to come up with a plan of how we're getting them back.
If the enchantment that we think is on them is broken, can we not just walk out back to town?
I mean, yeah, it's a
That's
track. If everybody's...
If we're wrong, that's where it becomes dangerous. So I think Mixa had an idea that there might be somebody in town that can break the enchantment. Mixa, is that correct?
Oh, sorry. I don't know about anybody in this town. I mean, the clerics that I learned from were in Valkalore, but they could certainly do that.
I think we would know if we weren't able to, and I think we do know that we're not able to yet. If I go near them, can I sense with my detect magic whether or not there is magic affecting them in the brain?
I don't... It's one of those weird things.
Yeah.
How exactly does that work? Basically, you guys have already had a conversation with them since then, though, to confirm, like, they don't feel like they can leave.
Okay. Waiting off with time.
Say that again?
It's not wearing off with time.
Not yet, at least.
Joy, maybe there's something in the library that might be able to help
we could look for that as well.
Okay, I'm convinced. I'll go with you to the library.
Really had to twist your arm, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, I'd like to spend, like, maybe a couple hours at least touching through all of these books and get an idea of what's here and...
How many people are in this situation that cannot leave? Prisoners.
There are about 10, if I remember correctly. Yeah. About 10.
I'll do what I can to help search in the library, but when it gets around lunchtime, I will go and grab more food and prep it for them.
Okay.
Okay.
Because you detected poison in the kitchen specifically, and you did not detect any poison in the kitchen, so you don't need to mark off another spell unless you want to double check.
I trust it.
Yeah, before you guys go to the library, actually, Mixa does say, I'm sure that there are more powerful clerics in Valkalor at the Temple of Eldath, but I think this should wear off. It's just depending on the power of the caster, it can take a long time.
How far is Valkalor from here?
Gosh. Looking at the map.
Oh, we have a map now.
Yes, we have a map.
Can I borrow the map for a
Well,
minute?
The map of Phaelton should have it, right?
Yeah, the map of Phaelton
Okay.
is what I was talking about.
Never mind then.
Valkalor is
Canai's map.
slightly, as the crow flies, slightly closer than Lightwood, but because the blind chasm is between here and Valkalor, also Valkalor is in the mountains, you imagine it would take about the same amount of time to travel as Lightwood.
Okay.
And what was the estimate for time travel? Travel to time? Time to travel? Words.
Let's see. I think about 3 to 4 days.
And that would be near where I was found?
Horseback? Oh yeah, so you were found in the Blind Chasm.
Okay.
And Valkalor is where you were taken. That is also where the Temple of Ilmater is, which also has some powerful clerics in it.
I have personal reasons for wanting to go to this area as well, but I don't think those should be priority.
Even if it would take time.
It's gonna take a long time.
Clerics out of there. Knowing that this is down here, I would want someone to know about this. I'll probably be going back there myself anyway.
These people need care for the whole days we're gone.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
We could notify the Triple S.
Who?
The Society of Small Steps. They're an organization in Phaelton.
It is an agency.
It's nothing. It's a fable. She's speaking silly talk.
Bonalium. She seems trustworthy enough.
Harold speaks up. Do you think there are more? You were talking about more followers of Talona in the capital, right? Do you think they might show up here? Do you think the danger is past, or is it greater at this point?
Probably greater.
they had dragons down there.
They do have.
They had what? You did not mention that part.
They're in cages.
They're cute.
Very small.
Unfortunately.
Very small.
They are, yeah.
There's 4 of them.
They're not
Hey guys,
adults. They're babies.
what do you think happened to the adults?
There were
skulls.
They probably sacrificed them to Talona? What do you think they did?
How did they get those skulls inside?
Have you ever seen a ship in a bottle?
No.
A what?
They rebuilt the skull inside.
No.
What is
I
a
mean,
They
ship?
that-
probably leave them.
Teleported out or something.
Probably
They-
with magic.
I would imagine
I
that
heard of-
that or the dragons have never left that room.
Or they were never adult dragons. You saw the potion of growth? Maybe they took the baby dragon, forced it to drink, grew its head, chopped off the head, let it decompose, put that into the room for decoration. They're evil.
That's a possibility.
They do seem pretty evil.
That's a
They are.
pretty evil
I
thing
agree
to
with
do.
that. They have some pool down here. Strongly divination magic. I wonder. Could be really risky, but I wonder if we might get more insight into what they're doing here if we attempted to contact them, or I'm not sure.
Ooh.
It's a
Mason.
basin,
A big bowl.
large bowl of. I'll pull out the vial that I took of it.
You pull out the vial and it has gone clear.
Water
Well-
drink.
Okay.
Clear as in the liquid is clear, or that's it's empty?
The liquid is clear, where it was previously green.
No
And I
magic.
could assume that it's no longer magical.
Yeah, you from
Okay.
that would assume that it has gone inert.
Well, first things first, I think we should check through this library and see if we can get any information here.
All right. So you head down to the library. Is everyone going?
Well, but Kenai would like to stick with Harold in this room.
Okay. Harold would go along to the library.
Okay, if Harold's going, then yes, Harold.
He's sort of
Could be
along
trapped.
the ride. So
Ruby trap books.
there could be.
You disarm this book, a poison
Um,
dart might fly out of a hole inside of it.
I suppose it's possible, technically.
All right, so you guys head down the maze of hallways and eventually find yourselves back in the library. Are you looking for specific information or just sort of taking in everything?
Well, first, I would. Are they all in common?
No.
First thing I would do then would be to sit down and cast Comprehend Languages. That's a ritual.
Right.
And yeah, I'm just gonna start doing a scan of the bookcases, get an idea of maybe what kind of stuff, if they're all similar, if they're all different, you know.
I'm specifically looking for any books that seem to allude to ritual magic.
Okay. So both of you roll investigation. Well, actually, don't roll an investigation check. Shui, you. Bonalium, you can roll an investigation check for that. Shui, you there's a variety, given that it's a lot of books. Quite a few seem to be on Talona. There are some that are more like history based. There are some that are a little bit more about magical things.
Okay.
Probably need something more specific target.
I will look for books specifically on Talona. I'd like to take a couple books about Talona. I want to take a couple books if there's anything on the alchemy and that kind of stuff. I would
Okay.
love to take a book on that, put it with our poisoner's kit, and then anything about magic, anything about, casting magic, what kind of magic they're doing, anything of that sort.
All right, so it's going to be about an hour of searching for each of those
Okay.
requests. So go ahead and roll an investigation check for the first one, which is information on Talona.
Okay.
What did you get on your investigation check, Bonalian?
I am using guidance on this as well.
Okay,
I got a mod 20.
nice. You find a rather gruesome tome. It looks, very ornate. You pull it out and sort of look over it. It is in Abyssal, which you understand. Probably, helpful in this library. There's quite a few things in Abyssal, it seems. You look through, and there's actually, you notice immediately that there's a few splatters of blood even on this tome. And
Yikes.
it details the religious rituals to Talona involving sacrifice.
So this is what was going on at the ceremony.
Essentially, it details the use of a specific knife.
That one we found earlier match the description.
No, it does not. Roll a history.
I cannot use guidance on this one, right?
No, because, yeah.
Well, that's 15. I don't think I add anything to that. Yeah, it's just a straight
Probably
15.
not. As you're reading this description and getting really, it's sort of like weirdly fascinating. You start to put together, you remember sort of in the back of your head, oh yeah, he was holding some sort of ornate, ceremonial looking dagger that sort of fits this description.
Okay. Does it say the effect, like what the purpose of these rituals are for? Is it just praise to Talona? It doesn't bestow any gifts from Talona?
It is to bring power to Talona. It doesn't give more specific detail than that, other than bring power to Talona and to grant her blessing upon you.
Gross.
Yeah.
Clean that up.
I'll
Yes.
donate this to save for more book reports.
Oh, good. Jue, what was your first investigation?
My first one was not great. It was an 8.
Mm-hmm.
Not terrible, but
You find some general books about how great Talona is. You can kind of scoop them together, but just leafing through, you don't really see anything that you didn't already know from Bonalium's prior knowledge of this.
Okay.
While all of this is going on, Alistine and Canai, are you guys just sort of hanging out here?
Yeah.
Harold will, while you guys are sort of waiting, Harold will kind of approach mostly you, Canai, but Alistine, he's not excluding you from the conversations that, Canai, I hate to ask, I don't want to make you any more concerned, but they had my name in that letter?
Yes. And Kenai will pull out the letter once again and show it to Harold.
I guess I'm a little concerned that if they know about me, they might know about my son. Do you know what the plan is? How long we're staying here? I,
Well,
at the very
where
least, need to get word to him.
where is Harold's son right now? Does Harold know?
I'm not sure exactly. I think last I heard from him, he was heading to Lindley-Air. But he, he's on the road a lot.
Well, Kenai will kind of turn to Banalim and Shueyu, and he'll say, Harold Harold believes that Harold's son is in danger. The sooner that we can figure out what to do with the prisoners and leave, the probably for the better.
I agree, but I think we need to get as much research done as we can here, otherwise we're going in blind, unfortunately. Do we have a plan for these prisoners yet?
What if we could send a message to the clerics in Valkalor?
I mean,
Can any of you do that?
I could send my bird. I would have to resummon it. That one went back to its home plane, but we could do that. It would take it not too long because it can fly over the mountains. It would be a little bit shorter of a trip.
Yeah. That's probably the best thing that we can do. We can also... I mean, that'll still take the bird, like, maybe 2 days to get to them, and then if they do accept, we won't even know if they accept the request. If they do, it will still take them about 3 to 4 days to get back here.
Hopefully there's... Would I know of any magic of long-range communication of sorts?
I mean...
This is...
reasonably, yeah,
I think that
well enough
people at the
known
monastery
and,
would...
Yeah, raised at the monastery, you would be familiar. There are magical means of communication.
How...
They can be limited by distance and or by length.
But they're not.
And can I will ask Harold. Harold, does Harold know how far off this city Volkalor is in the regular distances they may use, aka miles?
I mean, I can give you the number.
We have a map now for that, right?
Well, Kenna doesn't know how to read that.
Yeah, pull out the map, Kenai. We can measure it.
Look, I'm looking at the map. It is probably more than like around 60 to 70 miles.
And
from our location. Right here.
Yes.
And about, do we have any idea of how long that...
That is as the crow flies, not the travel.
The people walks.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Does Joyeu's spirit bird need a rest?
It's a good question.
That is a good question. I would have.
I will. I'll think on that one. I've never had that issue come up. I'll ask it when I summon it.
Mm-hmm.
I will go back to looking for books while they continue to
Right.
discuss anything.
Another investigation check. This one is to. Oh gosh, you
For
wanted a book on alchemy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one's better. It is 20.
Yeah, you look through, you find several tomes with just some like basic information, and
Okay.
then it occurs to you that I don't know if you grabbed it already or not, but there was that book in his actual laboratory.
Oh, okay.
That would be very useful on poisons specifically.
Yeah. I want like other general alchemy as well, though.
Yes, so you would find these books would give you probably advantage with one that will give you what'd you roll again?
I rolled a 20. Mod 20.
Yeah. So one would give you advantage on use of the poisoner's kit, but you still have to be proficient to use it.
Okay.
And then, yeah, some basic ones on alchemy that could help you to, with time and study, probably become proficient with alchemy.
Okay. Definitely useful.
Yeah. It would essentially, so you can learn new proficiencies and skills with downtime. There is a cost to it, so this would take off some of the cost.
Okay.
Of materials, but you would still need to spend the time.
Okay.
What proficiency are you trying to gain?
Oh, I was just looking for books on alchemy or anything relating to it might make his poisoner's kit more useful.
And then roll one last investigation check. You were trying to figure out
Anything
with magic.
anything about the magic that they're doing, anything that could be useful to know about that, anything I could maybe glean from any of that stuff. This one's actually pretty good. 23.
All right. I mean, it sort of leads you back around to the tome that Bonalium found would be
Okay.
the most useful on that. Other than that, there is some also a book with some readings on like the death domain, which is a cleric domain, like a sect of clerics. There are some general information on that.
Okay.
Which would amount to a basic understanding of the death domain you can get from... Technically, it's in the Dungeon Master's Guide, but...
Okay.
And with your 23, I'll even say that you sort of put together, seems like maybe that was some of Tormoid's skills.
Okay, so I could maybe read this book and get a better idea of the kind of things he could use against us.
Yeah, it might give you an idea of sort of what his strengths would be.
Okay.
And such.
And what strengths I can gain from Talona.
Yeah, hey, if that's the path
like-
that you choose to walk.
Sounds awful like selling your soul to Talona like the rest of these people.
Yup.
You didn't find anything about like enchantments, like whatever.
What? Oh, relating to the spell that they have cast on them?
Yeah.
No.
I mean...
I wasn't really... I should have looked specifically for that.
I would say you need to look specifically for that.
Yeah, after thinking about that, I probably would have.
One specific... Okay, I mean, it'll be another hour, so this...
Yeah, I would probably look through the books that we just found.
Hungry, but yeah.
I say like sometime during this time window is when I'll go feed them. I will leave the ritual book with Schweier.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, should you roll another investigation check? You've been doing pretty well so far.
21.
There you go. Yes, so you do find it's, a little more information, but you recognize that this seems to be come to the conclusion that Mixa was probably right about it being a Gaius spell.
Okay.
So you place a magical command on a creature that you can see within range, forcing it to carry out some service or refrain from some action or course of activity as you decide. If the creature can understand you, it must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or become charmed by you for the duration. It takes 5d10 psychic damage each time it acts in a manner directly counter to your instructions, but no more than once each day. You can issue any command you choose, short of an activity that would result in certain death. The duration is 30 days.
Oof.
You can end a spell early by using an action to dismiss it. A remove curse, greater restoration, or wish spell also ends it.
This is
Powerful spell.
gonna take us a couple 10 days at least to wait this one out.
You don't know when it was cast.
Yeah.
You know that these people have been disappearing over the course of a while.
Yeah, and I would assume that it's probably not all on the same day.
It is a high enough level spell that, yeah, you would imagine it probably would have to be spaced out over time.
Yeah.
I probably would have.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say I probably would have gone with Bonalium to
There.
help feed the people. Maybe get a little chat in after the break. I'm guessing you were gonna say.
That is what I was going to say. Welcome back. So you all are still in the library, having a lot.
What is this strange motion that you're doing?
Look for
This is
one
our
more
team
book.
formation.
Mm-hmm.
We're like the Ginyu Force, you know, we like strike poses.
You know, she's been doing all this research and
now
she's
your
thinking.
5th hour in the library. After several hours of wandering through the dungeon, but yes.
We need some info.
No, I know,
Anything
I'm just letting you all know.
about dragons? The types of dragons, taking care of dragons, whether
How to
they're
train a
Raising
dragon.
dragons.
yes, how to train a dragon.
Go ahead and roll an investigation check.
Well, that's a 1.
Mm-hmm.
You find
There's
some
nothing in
houses.
this library on dragons.
Well, never mind then. We should also split this gold up at some point, guys. I suppose that Mixa and Harold also deserve an equal amount, but do we want to also give some to these poor trapped people? I think they deserve it as well.
I mean, we haven't left yet.
Yeah, but
Seems like it's low
we
on
have
the
to
issue
come up with
list.
a plan to distribute it. I
mean, the
suppose that's
plan-
true.
Like
It's low on the
plan
list.
for what we're actually gonna do next, it seems a little more.
I've been reading for 5 hours and you guys haven't figured that out yet?
No.
What were you reading about then?
Well, I've got this book on our enemy and exactly the kind of things that they might be capable of. I've got this other book on poisons
None
and
of this
alchemy.
helps the current issue.
I also, actually, the book I just showed you does. The spell that they are under, I believe, would be known as Mixa was saying, geese. Yes. And I think we have about. I mean, at most, it lasts 30 days. We might be waiting with them down here for a long time.
Vanessa, would I have returned back from feeding everybody by this time?
Yeah, I sort of got the impression, for the sake of ease, this is the 4 of you in the library.
Okay.
And just that, unless you want to go talk to other people.
Nah.
Well, when Bonaliam would have left, I would have followed after him to join him in preparing the food. Bonaliam, wait up. Let me help you with whatever you're doing.
Oh,
Maybe.
sure. I was just prepping food. It was one of my chores back at Save, so it actually kind of feels a little bit nice to have just a mundane task like this again.
Yeah, I can see how that would be. So what's going on with you and Jueyu?
What?
The whole like weird stuff earlier, you were all like, meh.
I mean, Joyeux could just be kind of, you know how she gets, just like in everybody's business, and thinks that, oh, I'm 1,000 years old. I know exactly. I know better than everybody else. I have historical knowledge, and I can cast magic, so that makes me better. And like I can, squish you into a pancake if you get me on my wrong side.
Yeah, I can see that. But like also, so Mixa was talking to me last night, and she said some like, I don't know, like stuff about you, and it was like kind of weird, and I don't know what's going on, and I feel like we kind of have like kind of a, thing, not
Got
a
a
thing. Yeah,
Yeah, like,
she told me I should watch my back around you, and all of us should.
I just met Mixa, and she's already like, that's kind of rude, don't you think?
Yeah.
I don't know what I did. Like, I'm trying to be a good person here, but it doesn't feel like anyone will let me.
I'm not looking at character. Yeah. I don't know much about magic, Bonaliam, but it seems like there's something about your magic that's making them concerned, and
Magic is just a tool, right? Like, Joyeux uses all types of magic. She's pancaked more than one individual. Let a bunch of people on fire. Like, I know technically, yeah, she was the one that like let the fire out in the hallway, and yet she gets a free pass to cast whatever spell she wants. But for some reason, like, the spells that I have are tainted. That
Is
doesn't
there
make
a-
any sense.
is there a reason that they might think that they're tainted, that there's something bad about the way you have magic?
Way that I had. Didn't know there was a wrong way to get magic. Well, I guess like you could make a deal with a devil.
A what? What?
What?
A deal? You're making a deal with somebody?
No, that's not what I said. That's not what I said. I said like there are ways of having bad magic which would include, but not exclusively towards like making deals with devils. That would be a bad way of getting magic.
Yeah. I have a lot of experience with making bad deals with bad people, so please don't do that. Okay?
It's like, do you know how well, I'm a tiefling, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there's how tieflings came to be.
Mhm.
It's something in our ancestry that one of our great 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 grandpappies or grandmammies made a deal with the devil, and it tainted their bloodline. So like we all suffer the impacts of that decision.
Yeah.
So I someone back in my lineage must have made a deal with Zerial. Do you know Zerial?
No, I don't know crap about magic or whatever.
She's not a devil. I mean, not technically. I mean, so she's an angel. Was an angel. Still an angel. Half angel. Angel? She's a deity,
Mhm.
but she fell because she tried to take justice into her own hands.
Justice.
And now she forever fights back demons. So she's a demon slayer, which is
Mhm.
good. That's a good thing.
Good
And
show.
she vows to make sure that no demons ever plague, the surface world, the mortal realm. So that's good. And it's my life has been kind of complicated. I never really knew what to think, but I think part of my bloodline just always reminds me that like the most important thing in life is that life is cruel, the world is dark, and there's a lot of evil in the world, and that we need to fight for justice. And well, she offered to support me.
So she talks to you.
No, she doesn't talk to me. No, like I didn't think it was her. I don't think. Well, it's weird. So I know because of my blood that Zerial is, somewhere connected to me in some weird way, but she's never spoken to me. It's been me. So I gave myself magic.
Okay. I don't know what that.
I made a deal with myself to always, fight on the side of justice. And I think part of that self might be that connection with Zerial. I might be pulling off of that connection.
This different bad part of you, you're kind of giving in to the feelings that it's giving you, like feeling powerful and feeling justified and feeling, angry sometimes, and giving into that side feels good, probably, right?
Yeah, exactly. You get it.
I do. It's not a great thing to do that. It's not a great thing. It's a bad thing, actually, to give into that side, I've found, because it leads to a lot of bad things happening, like people dying and people getting hurt and people not having a good time around you because you suck and you kill people. Not me. I wouldn't say me specifically to you, but it's something you have to, I feel like making good decisions and free will and being able to control yourself is an invaluable thing, and you really gotta like not give that up lightly. It's important to have your own self-control,
Yeah.
not let other people tell you what you should be doing, and not letting other people take control of what you're gonna do with yourself.
What if you're scared of,
Bonalium?
like... Yeah.
Make a wisdom saving throw real quick.
Nat 20.
Okay.
I don't know what that Does that mean I'm resisting Alistair's
Resisting
No,
advice?
persuasion.
the conversation continues on normally as it was.
Okay. I get what you're saying, but that's... Can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
Growing up with Save, they taught us, like, over everything with our bloodline and, the dangers of giving into that temptation. Like what you're saying, like, it's dark and it's dangerous to give into it. So they said, it's better to just give up that free will and to devote yourself to, something good, something beyond yourself, like Save. So that, like, but I kind of messed up a little bit.
What do you mean?
I did give in to that darkness, like what you're saying, and like I got really angry with some of the leaders. Like I didn't take time to comprehend and really understand what they were saying and following the teachings of Save. So I kind of lashed out. They set me right, but the new priest that oversaw Save was not very happy with me. So one of the other sisters, the one that like I've kind of seen as almost like a mother figure, she made sure that I ran away before they disciplined me further than what they had already. So I never actually graduated from Save, and I'm not gonna lie, I feel kind of lost.
I think we have that in common, Bonalium.
I don't know what I'm doing out here, Alistair.
We have that in common too. I think it's easy to just let yourself be pushed along the current of the water and let yourself be taken somewhere else, because what's behind you is just too horrible, too scary, too intimidating to even think about going back. And
Exactly.
I don't know.
So tell me, is Mixa right? Is Joyeux right?
I think that's something that only you can answer, Bonalium.
Making decisions for myself is hard.
It is.
Is this what adulting is? I don't like
I wouldn't know. I've spent the past too long not really making my own decisions, so it's kind of my first year of adulting too.
I'm glad I run into you, Alistair.
Me too. About you.
Thanks.
Let's get them this food. I'm sure everybody's hungry.
I give it 110%. I make the best sandwiches.
Okay. I won't even make you roll for it. They're very good sandwiches.
I mansplain how to make sandwiches to him.
Oh, no.
Something about a
Oh,
woman
man.
mansplaining how to make sandwiches is a little
Right? It's so good.
Oh, yeah. There's just so many layers.
Bonaliam, you don't belong in the kitchen. This is my space.
Go back to the garage and fix something.
At this point, by the time Shui Yu returns from the library, having finished her reading, it is late at night again. What's the plan?
Alright, so
Wait, did you find anything in those books?
I found.
She did.
I tell them everything.
Say that already, but yeah.
Yeah. I give them all the details, and I start going like way too long on the details of exactly what I found and how excited I am about the opportunities to learn more about alchemy and the abilities that we could
what
use.
do we
And
do though? What do we do now though?
none of this helps the people.
There's dragons
That's
in this
true.
place. There's
um,
people that are trapped here forever and ever. I mean, not forever and ever. You said 30 days, maybe. Maybe
wait,
less.
hold on. You said something
Probably
that
less.
got my attention with that spell.
yes.
So the spell they're under, they have to follow it to the T. If they don't act in accordance with it, they suffer a really bad headache, like a mind
They.
splitting headache. Possibly
Yes.
die.
Yeah. I mean, the damage could kill them. They sustain could kill them, but you couldn't like force someone to jump off a cliff with it. It's got to be within reason.
Can't force them to take an action that would knowingly harm them.
Yeah.
That would knowingly kill them.
Knowingly kill them.
Yeah.
And we have baby dragons that are locked up that we can't leave behind because that would be cruel and unusual to the animals.
I wish I found anything on dragons. I looked, but there was nothing in there. I don't know that these are the kind of dragon that we want to set free, or
I think.
You honestly, like, none of you has very much reason to know anything about dragons. If you would like to roll a history or nature check, that's one thing.
okay.
But,
Okay, I kind of wanted to do that
uh,
just to see if I've ever done a book report on
I
dragons.
kind of felt like I would know like just a little bit about dragons, at least at least gold dragons a little bit. I painted one on my thing, or kind of I don't know, maybe not a lot, but
You can roll.
well, I rolled a nat 1, so I know nothing.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, you think dragons are cool? They're very rare.
Yeah.
I rolled
You
Okay.
don't- Yeah.
I rolled a 1 also.
I know the
I
most
believe
about
that
dragons.
Joel rolled a nature check last time.
Yeah.
It was mostly what allowed him, Canai, to identify these creatures as dragons. What did
Got
you
a
get,
dragon on his
Bonaliam?
shirt.
12.
That is true. It's either a dragon or a phoenix.
Or Charizard.
Yeah, or a Charizard.
So it's not a
Or
dragon. It's
Charizard.
not a dragon.
Dragons are
It's
not
not a dragon?
dragons.
Oh, well,
They're
okay,
not dragons.
sorry.
They're fire flying type. Actually.
I can't see it very well, so I didn't realize
Julie?
it was Charizard.
Actually.
Anyways,
Okay.
actually,
Did you want to roll Canai to see how much you know about dragons?
Yeah, sure.
I don't remember. I think you just identified them. So I'll say you have a base knowledge of this is a dragon,
Oh,
but you've never
well, that
seen one.
I got a nat 1, so
Oh my god.
Read
dragons.
that one.
the dragons
I
kill
know the
us.
Oh my goodness! None of you know anything about chromatic versus metallic, their abilities, anything really. Wow, it was weird how a bunch of stuff spewed out of its mouth. I didn't
Please,
think lizards
please,
could do that.
please. Let me know what I do know with a 12.
With a 12, You know that dragons are big and scary. You know that they can live a very, very long time. Much longer than humans, certainly. You know that they are very territorial. You know that they tend to have, they usually have some sort of breath weapon, and that is dependent upon the color of the dragon. And
Okay.
you know that they're scary. And they're rare.
Territorial is everything that I needed to know, actually.
Territorial, yep.
All right. So I have an idea here, you guys. So we have these individuals that are under a spell, but the spell does not allow them to take an action that would allow them to knowingly allow them to harm themselves. We have some
Die.
dragon,
Right?
right,
It's
and die.
death.
It's
Not just
Yeah,
harm
Yeah.
to
yourself,
be
just
clear,
die.
Or
Yeah.
any command you choose, like Dreyu holds up the book and reads the words, any command you choose, short of an activity that would result in certain death.
And the activity they were chosen was to stay in the temple.
As far as we
Yeah.
know.
In this temple, there are some baby dragons. Dragons are incredibly dangerous and, key point, territorial. That if those dragons were to think of this place as their lair and will kill anything in there, we release the dragons. Individuals cannot stay here because it would lead to their certain demise. Now you have 3 dragons
Within
and 3 people.
within reason,
None of you actually even, Bonaliam seems very sure the dragons are territorial, but you're not even sure about that.
yeah, I've read of
Dragons?
tales of dragons,
Dragons. Yeah.
magical
Assuming-
You're like,
creatures.
shoot, are those real? I thought that was made up.
They,
Assuming
yeah,
Bonaliam knows most about these creatures.
I had to
Assuming
do a
this is
book for that
true, this means that we would be releasing these prisoners to mortal danger.
Yeah.
How we are not, how confident are we that
that
we can
is
save them from these dragons?
exactly my concern.
Well, and it says certain death too. I mean, we don't
That
want
is
them
not certain.
horribly wounded or maimed and dying on the floor, but they're not totally dead, and then they can't leave because they're, splattered on the ground by these weird lizard things. Like that.
We are
that
not
just- it
having this
seems-
conversation in the room with the people.
In addition,
Yeah,
We're in the-
I
we're in
took
the
this
library,
again
right?
As it's the 4 of you in the library.
from Kanai's experiences, creatures that are young, such as what apparently these creatures are, but young beasts are not territorial. They're more scared. More
Scared-
They're probably
likely to lash out.
terrified.
Scared animals
Rather-
to lash out and pose imminent, deadly threat.
That does not. I would not consider that certain imminent death to release them in here.
I don't know
And
if we,
that
tell
just
them
means that they
really
have a
good
chance
scary-
of dying and they can't leave.
If
Can
we
I?
tell them a really scary story and then they start seeing the dragons walk up down the hallway, I don't know, that would, pose.
That doesn't. That just induces fear.
Can I?
Yes.
You talk to the spider. Can you talk to the weird lizards too?
What can I know?
I would say based on your
I want to see him
role
try.
before, it sort of is conflicting. I mean, you had enough, you know enough to know that these are dragons. You've heard of dragons. You just don't know a lot about dragons, other than these are clearly not normal animals. And I assume you know off the top of your speak with animals. Does that allow
Yeah.
you to speak with dragons?
No, it only allows me to speak
I
with
didn't think
beasts.
so. Yeah.
So
So no, you would know that probably wouldn't work.
Okay. Kenai does not think dragons are among the normal forest creatures that Kenai is used to.
Anyone
These
speak Draconic?
these dragons seem to be like masters of their chosen domains.
Okay. Well,
They're very
yeah.
dangerous, and that's
And I
about
believe-
all we know. Some are
Kenai believes these creatures were more likely to try and escape than pose any threat to prisoners, unless we bring the prisoners to the dragons, which seems hard to do.
It seems to me like we don't know basically anything about these dragons. And I don't think that it's a good idea to just release them when we have no clue. I've
What
read
if
tales of good dragons, but they're all
We forget-
tales.
the dragons, and then we bring the people as far out of the temple as, right at the edge, and then we tell them we're gonna kill them, and we try and like shoot them, but they have to leave to get out of the way of our crossbow or whatever. Maybe not me shooting the crossbow, because I'd probably hit them and kill them in their head, but somebody else maybe shooting so they wouldn't actually hit, and then they have to get out, and then and it's fine. Something like that. Something certain death, but not horrible maiming
Wait,
immediately.
Kenai thinks the spell only does something if the person acts in a way against this command. So what if the prisoners don't act at all?
No, if we were the ones to physically
So-
remove them.
Here's my concern. If we go with Alistair's plan and we threaten them with death, whatever, they run away. As soon as we leave, they see there's no threat. They go back to following their command. Otherwise, they
We tell them
Are
we're
hit by
gonna
this
kill
spell
them if they
again.
go back inside the temple. And then
We
there's the
just-
threat of death all the time.
We
It's
just
fine.
have to tie them up and, put them into a prison in town until the spell
The-
wears off.
the threat of them being sacrificed in this temple at some point, possibly, their fear of that and whatever they heard or knew what was going on with people here was not enough to stop this spell. I don't think that any of these ideas are going to be sufficient to...
No, like what I said was that we just have to physically remove them and then hold them prisoner in a safe location in town where they cannot physically get back to the temple until the spell wears off.
We could do that, maybe. Hold them in prison for 30 days, though? I mean...
Yeah.
What was the whole thing? Did you ever think about the bird flying to give the message to the clerics?
We could send... I have to resummon the bird. I will do that tonight. We could send the bird to Valkalor, right?
Mhm.
And we could send that bird to Valkalor with a message, and hopefully someone might have the magic there to contact us immediately once they get it. Maybe they won't. Maybe they'd be sending my bird back with another note. If that's the case, we're waiting days, at least 4 days maybe, just to hear whether or not anybody's willing to come.
Wait,
Why not both?
can we not ask what the words were specifically that they were told to do for the spell? Maybe there is a way around it, since the common tongue is fickle. There's always these
It's
holes in the loop, per se.
I feel like it has less to do with the exact wording and more to do with the intent, but maybe there's a loophole.
I think what we just decided Like, if we were to send the bird to Valkalor asking for someone to come by that can help remove the curse off of all these individuals, while we remove them from the temple, get them to somewhere safe, lock them up there to wait
Yes.
for the priest to come through, even if the priest says no, then, like, they just have to wait it out. Hopefully
And I
the priest comes and
agrees,
release them faster.
because that is the most important part, is moving the prisoners back to a safe location
I
and
agree with
leaving
that.
this temple.
Now, what about dragons?
I think that when we go back to town, we look for someone that knows something about dragons.
I mean, if we tell the priests at Valkalor about the dragons, like, they could probably deal with it, right? Like, we don't have to.
Yeah, we don't know
Oh, shoot.
how long
I
these.
immediately leave the conversation. I forgot to feed the dragons.
Do you even know what they eat?
Meat.
I don't.
I leave
What kind
the
of meat is
conversation to go
Bonalium
feed-
taking with him?
Like I'm looking for like a good ham bone, like a good chicken.
No goose, right?
I'm gonna
You guys are in
follow
the library,
down.
so presumably you'd be going to the kitchen first.
I'm gonna not run after him, but like I'll briskly walk to follow him,
Okay.
so he doesn't, die.
How's it going, can I? Hanging out in the library while they run off.
And I has much patience, but spending so much time in a library watching Shueyu read a book wears on Kanai's mind.
Yeah, it sucks being under here. I don't like being underground so much.
Yeah. Kanai does not like being underground either. And Kanai really just wishes to leave. Harold has urgent business, and Kanai wants to make sure Harold takes care of it.
Oh yeah, his son thing, huh?
Yes. Harold has a son. How
Something.
lucky of him, I guess.
You want kids, can I?
No. Kanai does not even know where children comes
Oh.
from.
Oh no.
There was that birds and bees story Harold told me, Kenai, but Kenai does not know what that even means.
Look, I already had a heart-to-heart talk today, and I'm not in the mood for having this kind of talk. So, we'll Jueyu will explain another day.
Okay. Kenai is confused, but that is fine. What did Alistine and Bonalium talk about, if anything?
Stuff, magic. You tell me about magic stuff, because I don't know stuff about. What did Jueyu and you talk about? Anything interesting?
Shueyu read the book.
She does that
Kenai stared at the wall.
a lot. She likes to read.
Shueyu likes to read and sit down on the floor. Kenai still thinks we should carry a chair. And so that's where you stop sitting on the floor.
Well, it can be comfortable.
Kenai has sat on the forest ground for all of Kenai's life. Chairs are better.
There were chairs in that room, just saying. Like, she could have if she wanted to.
We know she did.
Yeah, she often chooses not to sit in a chair.
Strange Shueyu is always climbing trees, yet sitting on the ground. It's almost like there is no middle ground.
Bonalium and Jueyu back yet?
I don't know. Like, what are you doing? Tell me what is happening, Bonalium.
Grabbing some meat.
You took the reins.
The
I
dragon
grab some meat.
reins are in his hand.
I rush to the dragon room. And I just kind of heave
But
it.
you're just following along. You're not.
He's taking some meat, so I would catch up to him.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna, stay back a little bit, but I'm curious.
Okay.
You wanna
so-
help?
I'll let you do this one.
I rush over to the dragon room and I poke
Okay.
my head out. Hi, little guys.
You poke your head in. So you open the door, poke your
Oh,
head
no.
in. Make me a intelligence saving throw, please.
Even worse. Oh wait, no, that's slightly better.
I was gonna say,
No,
I
it's
thought
not.
that.
No, it's not, because I have proficiency in wisdom.
Mhm.
So whatever I get, I get. 8.
All right. You poke your head into the door, and you realize that the dragons have gotten out of their cages and are approaching you. And one of them breathes the same poison breath on you as before. You take.
Before I had to do a dexterity save throw.
I know what you had to do before.
Same breath?
Just listen to me. You're fine.
Even if it was a dex save, it still would have only been a 9, so.
Oh, well, that's not very good. You take 1 psychic damage, and you are asked not to metagame. And I guess the 2 of you can roll initiative?
Well, they're just
What do
in
I
the
see?
dragon room right around the corner, right? The library is right
It
next
is
to
around
it.
the corner.
What
You
do-
haven't heard or anything.
What do I
You
see?
have no reason to be alerted at this point.
We didn't see them run past.
You
door.
saw them, like, they walked past, but you knew that they were doing this. And you were just waiting for them to come back, was my understanding. So, Joya, you see Bonalium freeze up for a moment, and I don't know how Bonalium reacts to seeing the dragons, coming towards him.
Are you alright?
Are we in initiative or?
Yeah, go ahead and everyone, and you two roll initiative.
I rolled a 14.
I got a 10.
All right.
I'm assuming you, like, Joya would at least see the breath.
That's nice of you to assume.
Makes an ass out of you and me.
Let's see.
She said the ass word.
She did say the ass word.
The bad
Means
butt word,
donkey.
you mean?
The
I was
bad
talking
butt
about a
word.
donkey.
The
Assume
bad
makes
butt
you
word.
into a
So
donkey.
what was your initiative, Bonalium?
10.
10. Joyeux?
14.
14. All right. Joyeux, you see Bonalium freeze. Like, how do you react, Bonalium? Do you yell? Do you do anything like that?
Yep. Like a jump scare. And then I get breathed on, so.
Yeah, so you see Bonalium coughing, sputtering, kind of trying to dodge out of the way of something that you do not see. In
Are
this
you
room.
okay? And I will try to immediately, try to push the door shut.
They're out!
They're out!
They're out!
Yeah, is he... Can I try to push him out of the
can't-
doorway?
Yeah,
and
I mean, you can't say anything else, Bonalium, right now, but yeah. Okay, yeah, you successfully do that. You shut the door. Bonalium, you are up next.
Is there space underneath the door?
And I would lean. I'd probably like lean on the door to keep it shut. For now.
With all of your wizard strength.
Yeah, exactly.
All 8.
Yeah, okay. So Jueyu is holding the door shut. You see the breath continue to billow out from underneath the door, and you hear scratching on the door.
So there is a crack underneath
You do
the door.
not hear or see this.
I don't hear anything.
You don't hear anything. You don't see. Like you have successfully shut the door. Bonalium, the dragons are scratching on the door, and there is breath continuing to billow out from under the door.
Is there's no kind of window or anything on this door?
It's not your turn.
Okay.
So, yeah, well, you can ask more questions when it gets back to your turn. But
Well,
in the meantime.
anyways, okay.
I'm gonna start tearing up meat.
Okay, is that what you spent your turn doing?
And dropping it at the crack of the door. If there's enough time after that, then I will attempt to swipe it under the door. But I don't think.
You're trying to swipe the meat under the door?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you do that successfully. Canai and Alistine, at this point, you have heard a yell down the hallway. So you can roll initiative if you think you would run that direction or do something.
Definitely would check it out.
Yeah, I
6.
imagined. Oh gosh.
6.
It's a 6, boys. Oh, what?
Both of you have got 6s? Okay, perfect. That's actually very convenient.
That's why we did it. It was on
Yep.
purpose.
Yep, it's all for you.
You guys are up next. So
I would guess that my dexterity is higher than Canai's, so I probably go before.
Yeah. What do you do?
I hope so.
Run to the place.
Okay.
I don't know how far it is.
I have to pull it back up because I accidentally closed the picture. Alright, so you guys are in the library, so are you going to use your action to dash? So that'll if you want to use your action to dash, you get right to both of you actually. I mean, if you're also running, can I?
I would follow, yes.
Yeah, so your movement will take you to the doorway, like to where the hallway that leads to the library meets the next hallway with your basic movement. So you can't see or do anything from here.
Yeah, I dash.
So you would need to, use your action to dash. Same, can I? Okay.
Yeah.
So.
And I'd summon my echo as a bonus action.
Okay, you guys both get almost to the end of the hallway, of the next hallway, which then turns again, and you know that the menagerie, the where the animals are kept, the dragons, is down that hallway, but you can't quite see around the corner yet. That is your turn. Let's see. Shui, oh wait, let me see. Okay. Bonalium, you take 6 additional psychic damage as more poison breath spews around your ankles and burns away at your skin. Jueyu, let's see what we can do. You hear in your head. Oh gosh. Let me think about this for a minute. So I just saw the movement out of the corner of my eye of Bodilium swinging something.
That's finally up there.
You
Bashing
hear
some stuff.
in your head, it's not so much a voice as sort of the, you get the idea, the message of, sorry, no, not you, Bonalium. You get the message of, let me out of my cage. I can help you control them. And you see in sort of in your mind's eye the cage in the back of the room, like opening in your mind's eye. So you get that message in your brain hole.
Brain hole.
Your brain hole.
In your brain hole.
Ew.
I
Mm-hmm.
know what I said.
I do have a brain hole. Like, my intelligence. That's
You're up.
pretty
You
accurate.
It's a
successfully
pit.
close the door. Bonalium is shoving little bits of meat underneath it.
Would I remember, or did I get a weird feeling when we left that room? I mean, this was just earlier today.
It was nearly 12 hours, probably more than 12 hours ago.
That's true.
No, sorry, I'm miscounting. It was probably like 8 to 10 hours ago at this point. But you remember sort of like a tickling at the back of your mind, but you shook it off and left the room.
Is there there's no window in this door or anything like that?
No.
And I don't hear anything?
No. You might hear some like general movement of like you don't hear like a scuffle or anything. You don't really hear anything.
Are you sure they're out, Bonalium? They seem to be pretty quiet now. I guess that's it. I'm just gonna hold the door shut still.
Okay. You continue holding the door. Bonalium, it is your turn.
Yeah, after they breathe, they need to. After they do their breath weapon, they need to take a time to breathe. Remember? Now's our opportunity. And I slam open the door.
Nope. I'm gonna fight it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that you would really know that, but sure.
Well, I remember from the last time when it breathed on me, it tried to do it again and just.
Yeah, you're right. That's true. Fair enough.
All right, so
You
contest
try
this
to open the door. You're contesting Jueyu's strength.
Why would you? Why are you opening it if they're obviously?
One of them needs me. I got 21.
Oh shit! If I had, is it too late to say? It's too late to say important, isn't it?
Yeah.
He rolled too quick for me. Yeah, I rolled a 19 minus 1, 18.
I rolled a 19 as well.
Yep.
Yeah, sorry.
That's unfortunate.
Rolled too quick.
Yeah.
So that's the key. If we PvP against Shueyu, we just roll and immediately tell our number.
Yeah.
Very
Oh yeah,
fast.
roll quickly.
For speed.
Yeah, Bonalium pushes past you and pushes the door open.
What are you
Bonalium,
doing?
You see again all 4 dragons, dragon wormlings there, looking up at you, coming at you. They're sort of crowding in your vision.
And I see where the other cage is.
you know where it was, but the dragons are like up in your vision. You're gonna have to push past them to get around to it.
I release my bounty of meat to the flock.
Okay. You did. I think probably the contested strength check was your action for this turn.
This is just dropping. I'm not like
No,
throwing it.
no. I know you drop all the meat, but like you can't move.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, yeah, you drop all the meat.
Mhm. So I can't disengage
you can
from
try. You can try to move past them.
them.
You can't disengage, but you can try and move past them.
Okay, got 25 hit points. I really wish I had reinvigorated, but there was no reason for me to use my fiendish vigor beforehand.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm stupid. Let's do it.
Yeah. You move through them, and you know it feels kind of tough to get through them, but you get to the other side, and you see, a large creature, sort of ape-like in appearance. Let's see.
Joel knows something.
It's a lamp. That's what I got from that.
Lamp.
Yep.
I love lamp.
I
Yep.
lamb you.
Yeah.
It almost looks like a very large, like orangutan, but very like droopy. It's got big tusks sticking out of its jaw. It is, even with your horns, a bit taller than you. And it's pulling on the bars of the cage it's in, and you hear in your head again, I can help control them.
Does this make me think of Oranguru from Pokemon?
I don't know.
Liam, know anything about Pokemon? Roll a history check.
Yeah.
Yeah. With disadvantage because they don't exist.
First one was a 19.
No, not really.
Only an 8.
Maybe that's not right.
What about a Neopet though?
Let's see.
Okay, no.
First is a 10.
What are you? Okay, so I mean that's basically your action and
Movement, yeah.
probably. I mean it's only probably 15 feet of movement.
The only other thing that I'm going to do is try to break the lock, but
Yeah, so you don't get a chance to do that this turn. As much as I would love that, honestly. But that brings it to Canai and Alistine. So you continue to run. That's
this is definitely an evil.
all right.
Evil
Why don't we go
creature.
ahead and switch to the map?
Mojo Jojo.
It's Mojo
I
Jojo.
will put you guys on there first. 1 second. To figure out which one it is.
Got big brain. That's why he can talk to you in your head.
Here we are. Okay.
This is such a bad idea.
Are we the Powerpuff Girls?
Yeah.
Where you is Professor X?
Here's the
Oh,
session
no.
where Bonalium dies.
I hear
Alistine, you summoned your echo. So actually, you two would start your turns. There and
Off
there.
screen still.
I hear something in my mind and immediately trust it.
That's Bonalium.
Yeah, so I mean it's Alistine's turn first, so you're still right there.
Oh,
Alice.
that's where it was. Okay, that's right.
Yeah,
I thought
sorry.
it was just like off
That is
map.
how far you had gotten around. Because I assumed you guys were roughly in the middle of the library. I could have been
Mhm.
cruel and assumed you were at the tables, but so with your desk. So Alistine, you can move up to 30 and give your echo. What are you doing?
Okay.
That looks about right. I think you'd be one less space than that. Yeah.
Okay, and
You
then
see, so right now what you see, you hear Bonalium making like grunts of effort. You see Shuiyu looking a little tussled, standing there having been pushed out of the way of the door, which is open. Just glancing inside the room, you don't. You can only see, a sliver of it, but you don't see anything there.
I don't see any of the dragons or anything.
No, you cannot see any dragons from where you are.
Wait, what is happening? Where did Bonalium go? And I guess that's what I'll do, because I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. Or you could dash again if you wanted to get into the room. Or you can just wait because you don't see anything going on.
Okay. I'll dash and then move this far, so I can actually kind of see better.
Okay, yeah. And you look in the room and you see Bonalium there approaching the cage. As you look, actually, make a perception check.
You missed this guy before.
That is a 7.
Yeah, nothing that, you don't see the dragons, like, coming at the door or anything.
Well,
You just don't, like, with that, you don't get any extra information.
the dragons are still visible in their cages, though?
She can't, so that was what the perception check was for.
Okay.
She had to dash to get up here. She stopped. She hasn't been able to see yet, really. With a
Okay.
better perception check, she might have noticed whether
Would
they
I have
were
had to
not in
use
the
my
cage.
inspiration before I rolled?
I think, it's sort of unclear on that.
Yeah, because it gives you
checked that
advantage.
before. Yeah, it gives you advantage. I think, in the future, I've thought about it and it just hasn't really come up. I think in the future, I will say you can use it after you roll, but you have to use it before you know the outcome of the roll. So I
like
already
that.
said,
Yeah.
you would, yeah. Can I? Your turn.
I will also dash. Probably to right here. And I'll do the same and take a peek
Okay.
inside the door.
Yeah, roll a perception check.
Oh. I don't know why I did that, but I got an 18. Forgot I had my physical dice.
Yeah, you run, you hear this commotion, but, like, as you look inside, you see at least the 2 that you can see from where you're at in the doorway are still in their cages.
And I will also ask what's going on as I run up, and then leave it at that.
Oh gosh.
Sava
Okay.
thinks he knows what's happening, but
I know,
never
but
does it.
Liam doesn't.
Yeah.
That's why I'm begging you guys. That's why as soon as I said psychic damage, I was like, they're gonna know. But
You can't metagame here,
Could have
Vanessa.
said damage, honestly.
Alright.
I could have, but with Bonalium, it's like,
Resistance.
is it heat?
Yeah, that's true.
But also, I trust you guys not to metagame.
Yeah.
You guys are
Nope.
good players.
I enjoy
This is so bad.
role-playing.
Yeah.
Exactly. The wormlings turn back around to you, Bonalium, and keep, like, it's impressive how long they keep shooting this breath at you. It's like it's recharging constantly or something. You take another 1 point of psychic damage. And you hear, and the urging continues of, like, quickly, if you don't let me out soon, they'll get out and kill your friends. Shueyu, it is your turn.
All right. I can see that none of these are out of their cages, right?
Yes.
Obviously, Bonalium is like acting very weird here, right?
Oh, by the way, can I? Oh no, actually, from that angle you wouldn't anyway. Okay, yeah. Are you turning to look into the room?
Me?
Yes.
Yeah, I will look into the room and I will
Yeah, you look
run
in
in.
the room. You see Bonalium approaching this cage with this large ape-like creature. You see all of the dragon wormlings in their cages. They are stirred up.
Is he like throwing meat all over the floor?
Yeah.
There is meat all over.
I run in and slip on the meat, and that's my turn.
Right.
Okay.
Actually, yeah.
Looking around and looking and thinking into the future about how bad this could go, I'm going to run up behind Bonalium, and I'm gonna try to wrap my arms around him and grapple him. And don't roll. I'm using 2 portents.
Okay, 1 second.
Faster.
I mean,
You can do 2
all
portents.
right, yeah. I'm trying to think of how meta this is, but Shueyu
I feel
has
like
had enough time to realize
Yeah.
that something is not right, and all you're trying to do is grapple him.
Yeah, I'm just trying to grapple him. So I'm gonna use both my portents, which means
You got a feeling this morning, just like there was just a flash in your head.
yeah, something.
Of just like there's something weird in this room.
Yeah.
And you just need to stop Bonalium.
So Bonalium, you roll a 4, and I roll a 9. So I'm pretty sure that I beat you.
I slip on the meat.
So what's your modifier though? Because it's close still.
Just a +2.
Okay, so you roll a 6 and I roll an 8.
All right, so
Barely
you know
grappling him.
like to joke about how like at the end of the Lion King you just have like Scar, this withered up old lion, and like Simba,
Yeah.
who's been living off of bugs, and it's probably like the weakest fight ever. That is what you see in front of you as Shueyu grapples Bonalium and somehow succeeds.
We need to stop him. We need to stop Bonalium.
The dragons are going to get out. And there's this guy here that obviously he needs to get out as well. He can help. Wait, is it my turn?
Well, just a moment. Because as a matter of fact, with all of this commotion, the wormlings are now getting restless and starting to claw at their cages, and seeing Bonalium so close to them. This time, you actually do get to make a throw. So,
Wait, what do you mean, actually?
yeah, I know, right?
Actually.
Well, he got to make a throw before. It was just a different throw. Go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw. For Bonalium and Shueyu.
Okay.
17.
And it's coming from right here.
Could be better.
Shueyu, what'd you get?
9.
Bonalium, being prepared as you've had this breath washing over you already. Although it's strange that it's suddenly coming from that direction, but maybe there was another one you didn't see before or something? It must make sense. You stand firm. And oh gosh. So Shueyu, you take. See, that's. Jueyu, you take 20 poison damage.
Holy.
Bonalium, you take 10.
I am up still.
Oof, I wasn't sure. I rolled high on that damage, guys.
Oof.
Not looking good.
Let me see.
How much HP do you have?
Don't worry about it. Enough. Maybe. Maybe not enough.
Your max
Well.
HP is 22?
Why are you looking at my character sheet? Get out of there.
I was looking at the stream
The
where
Twitch extension, yeah.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Oh gosh. You know, actually, that's not important. Bonalium, it is your turn. Jueyu is holding you in place. You are taking all of the tons of poison damage at this point. You're surrounded by dragons, and you know, this voice is just urging you, quickly, I need to stop them.
does this thing look demonic?
Make a religion check with disadvantage. Because you are in the middle of combat.
That is a 16 and a 7.
You can't tell. It
Dang
looks... It doesn't look very friendly, but it looks like it could probably help hold these dragon wormlings down that are surrounding you and attempting to kill you.
Let go of me. This guy can help us. I found someone that can actually help him. Why is he being left in the cage?
Are you going to attempt
I'm
to
going
break
to
the
fight.
grapple?
Yeah.
Contested strength check, right?
Yep. Oh, you should pass this.
18 minus 1, 17.
I only got a 4 plus 2 is 6.
Okay.
This small
No.
girl is holding
Way
back
you
this
close to
youth
death.
of a tiefling.
Yeah.
Like I think like I begin to.
He's
break out,
pulling, and I
and then I look at.
I use
I
my
look
foot to try to like around him and try to hold him back a little bit.
I'm also trying to guard my nose and breath from the poison.
Okay, yeah.
You're just like,
So here is the thing then. So that's the end of your turn, Bonalium?
Yeah.
Alright, so the other two dragon wormlings, one seems to be a bit out of reach, but the closer one on the other side is now going to use its acid breath to try and get rid of you because it doesn't like how threatening you're being. So, go ahead and roll dexterity saves for me.
We're
Both of
both
us?
dead.
Me! Oh, it'll be fine. They're all in cages.
12.
I really didn't expect Bonalium in there by himself. What'd you get?
I think I die even if I save. 12.
Oh no.
You did save. What'd you get, Bonalium? 3? Okay, so
You've got enough hit points. You're fine.
Save.
Not if she
I'm
rolls another
dead.
20.
I'm rolling pretty high, guys.
You don't have to. You're the DM.
Yeah. You roll 2 damage.
No.
How we
I
die.
Did you
rolled
crit?
3 6s and 2 8s. There's no critting on this, but I rolled, 3 6s and 2 8s, which is 18 plus 16, so 34.
Oh,
So, Shui,
you
you
may-
take 17.
Is that more than
gosh,
half?
She succeeded.
Yeah, you take 17, so that's
Is that more than half my hit points?
No, it's more your
15.
It's your total over.
If it's what? More than half my total
I
under.
think it's
Half your
just
total.
over. Is it
Yeah.
half your total?
I'm dead.
I'm checking this.
I'm going to be basically dead as well, because I'm at -14.
Yeah, you're unconscious. What's your max bonalium?
34.
Yeah, so you're unconscious. You are not dead.
But
I am
Schwayu,
checking the. Gosh, that's the player's handbook.
Yeah, it's in the PHP.
Yeah. I think it's your total over, but it might be half your total. Shoot. I did not expect that. Find where this
Yeah,
is.
it has to
It's
equal
right,
or
it's-
exceed your
yeah.
hit point maximum.
Okay, that's
Okay.
what I thought. Gosh, you guys gave me a heart attack.
Ugh.
It's only if you double die that you die.
Yeah, okay.
We still gotta get him out of there.
Oh yeah, no, it's still very bad, but I would have felt a little bad if you guys had 0 chance from that. Okay.
Okay.
So Bonalium and Treyu both fall unconscious. I've got this initiative slightly out of order. but-
Okay, I run in there and
Allison, it's your turn.
drag Shueyu out.
All right. 5, 10. And then dragging her, you'll have half movement. So you can go 5, 10, and then 15, 20, 25, 30. You can get her to there.
Okay. And then I'll ask, can I funnel him out? We need to try and heal them. There's some healing potions in the bag.
As a bonus action, I will heal Shueyu with Healing Word.
All right.
That is going to be 4 health. No, sorry, 7 health.
Okay, 7.
Yeah. And then. Is grabbing Bonalium's body considered an action?
It'll use your action to essentially grapple him so you can drag him. You
Okay.
automatically succeed on it, and are able to drag him, but
Oh, he went unconscious too.
yeah.
Oof.
it dealt 34 damage. That's my hit maximum
Yeah.
is 34.
Yeah, actually, I've noticed some things that will help you guys. So I'm gonna do.
I mean, I will step through the threshold and grab Bonalium's body.
Okay. So you can get 5, 10, 15. You can get there, and then you have half movement while dragging him. So you can get him another square away.
And the other 3 dragons were holding their breath weapon until you came
actually,
in.
Yep.
It's gonna be
No,
half
2 of
movement,
them
right?
breathe.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can pull him a square. You could use an action to administer a potion.
Yeah, I'll probably do that instead. I will run in there, unpop the cork of a health potion as I run in, and I'll shove the bottle to Bonalium's mouth.
All right. So
Not really.
All the way in there.
in your rush, you picked up
The
one
glass.
of the poison healing potions.
Oh no.
I mean, I am reaching into a bag of holding with like a million
I'm just
contents.
kidding.
Bottle.
Kidding.
Bag of holdings
Oh,
always
yeah.
give you exactly what you're looking
You
for, though.
actually gave him the growth potion, and now he's really big.
So it's easier to hit. Yay.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, so that is 2d4 plus 2. Go ahead and roll that, can I, since you're the one administering it.
Keep dropping these d4s. That'll be 8.
All right.
Oh, guys, this is 2 days in a row that I almost died.
Have you
Love
tried
this place.
not being
Have
a
the whole-
wizard?
I love this place.
Yeah, like, have you tried not being a wizard? Because I think it would work a little better for you.
There.
This is the first time that I've almost died. Yay! Well, I mean, I came down to like less than 5 HP.
Yeah, you're the only one who's never been unconscious before. Like,
Yeah.
And this was a serious one.
Yeah.
All right, so now, can I, Bonalium, and Jueyu make a strength saving throws?
Strength saving throws?
Strength saving throws.
The mod 20.
19.
9 minus 1, 8.
Okay, the good news is you're the one that's outside of the door. So, grasping weeds and vines sprout from the ground surrounding all of you guys. The ground is now difficult terrain. Jueyu, you are restrained by the entangling plants currently. And Canna, you just hear in your head, "Free me!" As the ape-like creature in the cage in front of you starts shaking the bars. And that's its turn. Jueyu, you are restrained on the ground, but you're alive. And really, isn't that all you could ask for? Yeah, so you can use your action to make a strength check against this.
Okay, I can use my action to make a strength check and contest it.
Yeah, to try and get yourself free, or you can do something else, but bear in mind that you are restrained.
And I'm prone.
So your speed is 0. Attack rolls against you have advantage, and your attack rolls have disadvantage. And you have disadvantage on dexterity saving throws from where you are currently. So
Okay. And I'm prone too, right? Because I fell
yes,
when I
you
died.
are
When I
restrained in your
went
prone
unconscious, yeah.
position.
Okay. This is not looking great for me. I don't have a lot of combat spells, guys. I am, I guess, gonna use my action to try to break the restrain.
A good call. Roll a strength saving throw.
6 minus 1, so that's a 5.
You
Break free.
in your
I tear out like the Hulk.
state, you try to escape, but you are unsuccessful.
With my bonus action, can I try to... I mean, I guess the orangutan is like at the front of the cage, right? Can I try to
Yes.
shove it backwards 5 feet, I guess?
Wait, what?
With her,
With my mage hand?
mage hand.
That would be a
Um,
terrible
you-
thing to do.
You are unconscious? Or you were knocked unconscious, so you do not have the mage hand up.
I don't...
Or you
If
don't
we
have to
looked at
cast
the
it for
rules...
shove?
yeah, for
I
the
think you're
shove,
right. So, sorry, I
we
was
do
trying
not have to...
clarify. I was
Yeah.
trying to remember. Okay.
We were doing that wrong originally. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So it needs to make a strength save. Is that what
Yes,
it is?
it has to make a strength save.
Okay. Well, it makes. Oh yeah. 11. So I believe it fails.
Yeah, so it gets moved 5 feet backwards.
All right. It is moved 5 feet backwards.
That's all I can do.
All right.
Now I can't hit it.
You're gonna try to let it out anyways.
No, I'm not. Now that the spell was broken.
Was it?
Yeah, he fell unconscious.
When he fell, yeah.
Okay, I didn't realize that, but yeah.
He also dropped because I was thinking about that. Also, he dropped the. Technically, it's not super clear from Phantasmal Force if it would stop affecting you just because you fell unconscious if he maintained concentration on it, but he decided to drop concentration to pull up and
Okay.
heal anyway.
Yeah. Also, from my perspective, I still see it as the right move because we need to just get out of here.
I mean, I don't want to tell you how to live your life, but
I'm not fighting these things.
through the bars of the cage, the green dragon wormling closest to you guys, so it's the one lower on the screen of the two near you. Because its cage is up high, it can't quite reach Bonalium because he is prone, so it's going to take a bite at Can I? It's going to have disadvantage because it's trying to get through the cage. So that is an 8 to hit, so it misses, I presume.
Nice
Bonalium,
leather scraps prevail.
it is your turn. You are lying on the floor. You realize all of the dragon wormlings are in their cages. The creature that was previously communicating with you is shaking the bars of the cage, no longer in your head. But you do see it. You sort of take a second, and you are in some grasping vines, but you're not restrained.
And the vines are difficult terrain, I take it?
Yes.
Okay. I glower at the orangutan in the cage. I'm like,
Mhm.
you know what? I'm really starting to doubt that you're a nice guy after all. As I hexblade
And it
mark him.
learns the lesson of its deeds and turns over a new leaf.
I'm very disappointed in you.
Yeah,
Also,
right?
Bonalium learns a lesson.
Oh, those are backwards.
Are those vines?
No, sorry, these are the
dragons.
dragons. The darker ones are black.
Black.
Yeah, so there are 2 green and 2 black dragon wormlings. I was just trying to give sort of a visual. And also so I can remember and keep track of which is which.
Which is switch.
I'm going to crawl this way. So crawling is
Okay.
half of my speed, right? And then also in difficult terrain is another half. So can I only do 5 feet?
That
that
is
would-
how that would work. Alternatively, you can stand using half your movement, and then you have difficult terrain, so you would get
5 feet.
feet. And Kanai is right behind me, which means I can't occupy a space, so I'm stuck here no matter what.
Wait,
I mean,
but
you
the
can move to one of the spaces next to Kanai.
the cages are
Yeah.
5 feet off the ground, right? So he can crawl under them. But he can only move 5 feet, so.
Yeah, I mean, you could be underneath the cage. Let me also draw where this entangle is.
You could dash and go 10 feet. No, if you dash, you could get further.
Yeah, you get another 30 feet when you dash, right?
Yeah. So if you use 15 feet to move up,
Yeah, that's true. You could.
and then you would have 15 plus your 30, so you'd have 45, so you'd be able to get out of there.
Yeah.
So half
Halved.
my speed.
20.
Yeah, so you'd be able to move 20 after that.
25.
If I stand up and I move out of the threatened space of the cages, will I take attacks of opportunity though?
So the creature in front of you has been pushed back. You do not know what its range is. You would presumably get attacks of opportunity from the wormlings, but you notice that they seem to have trouble getting through the cage at Canai. So
Yeah, but if I just take
Assume.
one hit from them, pretty bad.
it's a bite, not the breath, so you don't really know because they have not successfully hit anyone at this point.
Yeah,
With the
but
bite.
even then, with how feeble I'm feeling,
Yeah, I know,
Bonaliam feeling feeble? What?
I know, right?
like,
Uh,
honestly, my
I
best
will
bet
say
would
if
have
you
been...
stay, if you continue crawling, well, they already have disadvantage, so that doesn't really do much. If you crawl, you could probably avoid their attacks of opportunity because
Yeah.
the part of the reason they didn't get you was because you were prone. I will say because the cages are up off the ground.
That's why I was considering staying crawling, but like I'll literally move one square.
Well, if you
But
dash,
then you can dash, and you would get another 3 squares.
So I moved
It's a little
one.
tight in that doorway, but I'd let you move diagonally through it.
so bad.
Probably, yeah.
Okay, so I do that,
Mm-hmm.
which is
The dragon tries to get at you, but it doesn't seem to be able to reach you between the cage and the fact that you are crawling.
so that's 20 feet of movement.
Mm-hmm.
If I stand up, that would be 15, which would add up to 35. And then I would move here for 40, here for 50, and then here for the full 60.
Yeah.
Or I try to kill this thing now.
You've got like 10 seconds to decide what you're doing.
I really want to kill it. Okay, fine.
Alright, that is your turn. Any bonus actions?
I already used it to mark him with my Hexblade's mark.
Oh, I did not catch that earlier, so good to know. What did you mark?
The orangutan.
Orangutan.
Okay. That is that. The black dragon wormling is now going to attempt to snap at Canai. That's a little better.
Like a slam poetry session.
Yeah, just
Goofy movie.
that is going to be a 16 to hit.
16, huh?
Yep.
That will hit.
All right. Oof. This is the wrong one. That one. Okay. So I am rolling so well on these damage dice tonight. You take 12 piercing damage.
She's not done.
But wait, there's more!
See, if I had taken 12...
Oh my gosh, and 4
Vanessa.
acid damage. I rolled max damage.
Oh
Alright,
no.
alright. So,
Yeah, so 12 piercing damage and 4
Plus 4?
acid damage.
okay.
If I had
Okay.
taken
Canai
that, I
is
would have been down again.
He's fine.
Canai is sturdy.
Exactly. Just be lucky their breath weapons didn't recharge. Alistine, your turn.
I use my sword to cut Jueyu out of the vines.
All right. Make a dexterity saving throw. Actually, just a dexterity check for this. Sorry.
I'm going to use my inspiration. That
Fair.
was much better. That was a 22.
Cut my leg
Yeah.
off.
You expertly just... And Jueyu's like, oh, hey. Jueyu
That's what I
got
say?
restrained.
That was instead of a 6.
Oh, wait.
So
Yeah, no, never mind. We're in the right. Yeah.
So that's your action. Do you have any bonus action or movement you want to do?
Close the door.
Goes Can I in there? I thought about that already.
My favorite part is that Joel is the one who said it.
I know, right?
Oh gosh, Joel is
I'll just
the
move-
chaotic neutral of this group.
These invasive thoughts.
I'll move my echo so it's between Can I and at least
Fair.
the orangutan thing. So
That is not a bad call. Is that your turn?
Yep.
All right, Can I? Your turn.
Okay. Is the gorilla thing, orangutan thing, is it still like pounding at the gate for us to release it?
More or less, it's shouting into your, it was shouting into your head specifically. Free me! It got pushed back by Joyeu's magical force, but yeah.
Okay. All right. First, as a bonus action, Can I will summon Enya. Let's say
Not just gonna leave.
in the corner of the room over here. Actually,
Alright.
like I guess like right here, since
you're
it's a
fine.
10-foot radius for
Just,
the initial.
oh my god.
Yeah, it's 10 foot, so I don't want to hit myself.
So
Put it in between us and
I'll
kill
just
me
do
again.
control of
Yeah,
it.
you and Bonalium just you
Yeah.
can close the door.
Yeah.
You should have control of her. Go ahead and put her. Okay.
All right. So that would
So
mean
that's a
everything in
dex
10 feet.
saving throw with 10 feet.
Yes.
Does it like the branches on fire?
I suppose
Right.
we'll. It's close. Yeah, I think that encompasses both of the black dragon wormlings. Oof, that's a nat 1 for one of them. And a. It's a dex saving throw, right?
Yes.
10 for the other, so I believe they both fail.
Okay.
Okay.
First, Can I will kind of look to the ground, expecting Bonalium. What's that?
I do need you to tell me how much damage.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. I forgot it
it's
deals
just so
damage.
rare that it actually does. The
I know. They would take 8 damage.
Oof. The one near you is starting to look a bit beat up. Just 8, not 88. Good try.
No, I dealt 88 damage.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure I said that.
sure that my keyboard is on your guys' side because my dice are not tonight. Not that that's how any of this really works, but you know.
The dice are definitely not on our side tonight.
It's not how it works. It's all random.
That's not
Continue,
true.
Joel.
We are all rolling very well, DM included.
I've been rolling not so great here.
Okay, you're not
It's
included.
cause
in the
yeah,
party.
I bet if you just took all of our rolls over the whole game, they'd even out to pretty average. Anyway, continue. Can
Are
I?
you sure that's how statistics work? Okay. Can I will kind of look down, expecting for Bonalium to be there, but then like kind of see him kind of like scurrying by, crawling on the ground, and just shrug.
I imagine him just like crab walking backwards.
And I will like mumble to
Every
himself,
Very
like,
Bonalium thing to do.
This is very out of characteristic. Usually I'm like right up there being the wall, but I would have continued being the wall, but my target got pushed into the back.
thing
Hmm.
probably.
Looks like it was a
That
good call
for
by
the
me.
best for you. So what do you do then, Can I?
okay. I will, as a bonus action, command Enya to move just above Alistane's echo, I guess.
Alright.
Can I will look at the gorilla creature who's pleading for freedom, and Can I will slowly shake his head no, and peace out with.
I was very
teleportation.
concerned for a second.
Alright.
Probably. nonsense.
So what's the it does damage, right?
Yeah, it'll be doing damage again to the 2 dragon wormlings right next to the echo. The echo can come with if Alcine's echo wants.
I don't think it
The
can.
Echo's not a creature.
Alright, then I'll damage that too, I guess. If it fails its save. It's
So
another dex save?
Dex save, and
Mhm.
it's within how many feet?
5 feet of that square.
Okay. So go ahead and have your Echo make a Dex save.
That's 20, mod 20.
The green one. Oh, its Dex is different. Okay. It's a 13 for the green one, which I believe still fails.
That fails. That's
And the
DC
other one,
16.
the black one,
Or
got a
14,
nat
sorry.
1. Nat 1. So, they both fail. So what's the damage?
That'll be 5 damage total.
All right. Yeah, that black dragon wormling, after getting a face full of that green breath earlier, is not looking very good. These are still little babies.
Poor little things. Just being tortured in here.
Is that the end of your turn?
I believe so, unless I can close the door
Uh,
as like an object interaction, just closing it.
you can close the door. It's fine. You close the door. You
Okay.
do still hear in your head, despite the door being closed, the same a shout of "Free me!" It is. There's not. Yeah, and there's not a lot else. Yeah, so it is Shui Yu's turn.
Doors closed. Everybody's out.
Door is closed. There is no pressing threat, assuming you guys are.
And I was just cut out of the
re-entering
vines.
The room.
Yep.
You were cut out of the vines.
I turn
which
over
at
on
this
my
point
side
wither away.
and vomit.
We are out of initiative unless any of you are opening that door in the next few seconds.
Oh no.
Yeah?
That door's
Yes.
getting closed.
Liam, are you
Yes.
actually?
Yes.
Dude, I will
No,
fight
we stop
you.
him.
I will literally
We all
fight
stop
you.
him.
Okay, well then we're in
Oh,
initiative.
this-
I'm gonna cure wounds. So
Yourself?
everything looks, yeah.
Okay. Roll that.
Only a 4.
If he dies in here, it's on him.
Never mind. I'm dropping initiative then if the tangle weeds left.
Okay, yeah, it faded. Alright, so you guys are out of initiative then.
It's gonna burn the weeds.
Though you do continue to hear loud rumbles from inside the room as the creature in that cage appears to be unhappy with its plan failing.
It was a good plan.
Pretty decent.
Are we all hearing
It was its
this
best plan,
in
I
our
think.
heads?
No, this you hear out like you're hearing the banging and growling and fit throwing.
Mhm.
You're not hearing the words. At this point you also stop hearing it in your head, can I?
It got
So
lucky
it's
with who it
just it's
targeted.
no
for.
longer distinct words. You just hear growling and essentially throwing a big tantrum.
Like a baby.
This poor thing just wants out.
Now that I'm not thinking about the battle and protecting my life, can I re-roll that?
You can roll that religion check again.
And can I apply guidance?
Can I make an Arcana check and get a, or do I already like have an idea of what happened?
In what understand.
In the sense that like it was like trying
what
to
spells and things? Yeah.
more like what it like it was obviously trying to manipulate Bonalium mentally.
Yeah, go ahead and roll an Arcana check to see just how much you would glean from
Okay.
that. Like, clearly something was messing with Bonalium, but yeah. What was your religion, Bonalium?
19.
Now, thinking back on it, the heat of the moment gone, the voice out of your head, the spell messing with you, your perception having cleared up, you recognize this as a Barlgura, which is a large fiend, demonic fiend.
I rolled a 16.
Barlgura.
16.
Yeah, you definitely recognize that it was in some way. It seems to have been messing with Bonalium's perception in some way. There's a few different spells that could have changed what he saw, but you think that it was probably this creature in the cage trying to manipulate you all.
New rule.
So
while we're down here, we don't go anywhere without everyone.
I am so sick of things trying to manipulate me as you see me like go towards the door just very angrily.
The
Open
little
that.
you feel your sword like blaze with heat just for a second.
I'm just like, I go to like open the door and then just like stop myself and just pound on the door really hard,
And
Kyle
I
style.
think that is a good place
Style?
to end our session tonight.
Before you almost kill some more of us.
Yeah. Thanks for watching.